Up first, Phoenix Tallion. Big ovation here for Phoenix Tallion. Oh, not shaking the hands. That's unusual of Phoenix Tallion. Going for a hug. He's missed the hug. Maybe a bit of a darker side to Phoenix Tallion tonight. Oh, a bit of cockiness coming from Phoenix Tallion. A man who can back it, we'll soon find out.
And his opponent.
His opponent, the last ever Maniacs United champion. New Zealand Professional Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Tommy Fusion. Coming out in some new gear. Gold gear from Tommy. Showing he is a gold champion. Definitely a people's favorite here. Getting the crowd behind him. Getting hugs all around. Unlike Phoenix, Tommy embraces the hugs. Embraces the people. We are now joined
and what a match we have this evening. Tommy Fusion and Phoenix Tallion, both extremely athletic, extremely capable young men.
Also noticed Phoenix coming out a bit cocky today. A bit of an unusual sight from Phoenix.
Yeah, that was a bit more of a cocky, overly arrogant, maybe a little bit more aggressive Phoenix Tallion than
Not
we've seen in
shaking
the
the
past.
hands as he usually does, purposely avoiding.
One thing you've got to note, though, is remember these two, Phoenix Tallion very recently was the Maniacs United New Zealand Professional Wrestling Champion, and he lost that championship in the final Maniacs United show to this man, Tommy Fusion. So maybe that answers why we've got a little bit of aggression out of Phoenix Tallion. He's trying to get his win back. He's trying to send a little bit of a message to Tommy Fusion, maybe.
Gain some momentum back by the looks of it. Pushing him back into the corner.
Exactly. Phoenix there straight away showing he's the stronger man. He's certainly the more experienced of the two competitors, both wrestling up and down New Zealand quite constantly.
Tommy gaining control.
Yeah, Tommy there, who's put on a bit of beef himself, put on a bit of muscle. He's maybe shown off some of his newfound strength to Phoenix.
Also some new gear from Tommy.
Yeah,
wearing the gold.
He's looking good tonight.
Oh. Phoenix grabbing the arm there.
Yeah, it looks like Tommy thought Phoenix was going one way, but Phoenix has taken Tommy by surprise there. Nice little wrist lock. Just putting that extra pressure on Tommy Fusion, making him rethink his strategy.
Cutting off the hands is a good way to cut off that head dropper.
I mean, you know just as well as anyone, if you're at a submission hold, straight away that plan that you've got in your head, the plan that you've made for the match, straight away goes away because you're starting to think, oh, how do I get out of this hold?
The crowd here backing Tommy as Tommy is gaining control.
It is normally Phoenix Tallion and Tommy both extremely popular gentlemen, but it looks like Tommy's maybe got the crowd a little bit more on his side tonight. And it's hard not to. He's an infectious young man.
Oh, Tommy getting control here.
Yeah, straight back into his own wrist locks.
Oh,
And what we saw
Phoenix
there,
grabbing the gear. That's unusual from him.
as we said there, a little bit more aggression that we've seen out of Phoenix. You don't normally see him take shortcuts. But I tell you what, if you want someone to break the submission hold,
Here we go.
pulling the hair in,
Oh, good arm drag.
straight away the explosive offense there of Tommy Fusion.
Big drop kick. Tommy's on top.
Straight away, pausing to make sure Phoenix was in position and nailing that drop kick right on the jaw of Phoenix Tallion.
Crowd absolutely loving that drop kick from Tommy. Oh, going for it.
And if one thing Tommy's good for, it's explosive offense. Looking to end this early,
Oh.
straight away with the swinger, but
Phoenix catches it
catches it with straight away. These two men,
into a big
what a
suplex.
the strength there of Phoenix, all muscling Tommy Fusion over like that.
Kick out at one from Tommy.
I have to remember, both of these gentlemen, they trained together, they've learned together at the Maniacs United Training School when that was around. these two men know each other extremely well, both inside and outside of the ring. So if someone's going to know the counter for the Schwinger, it's going to be Phoenix Tallion.
But that also comes with Phoenix. Tommy knows how to reverse Phoenix as well.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Phoenix is his big move, the burnout. Tommy Fusion is going to be well...
oh, we see Phoenix doing some push-ups.
Again, the cockiness of Phoenix Tallion.
Oh,
and
big punch.
Tommy making him pay.
Phoenix cutting him straight back off.
Big shot straight to the back, and tell you what, you punch someone right in the spine. It's not pretty offense, but your extremities start tingling, your fingers tingling. That'll make you rethink what you're doing pretty quickly.
Speaking of that back, looking to drop him right on the back with a big scoop slam.
And is Phoenix sensing a weakness here from Tommy Fusion? You know, we've seen the big suplex, strikes to the back, a scoop slam is...
Well, you hurt the back, you can't do anything from there.
Well, that's the thing. So much of Tommy's offense is explosiveness, and explosiveness comes from your core and from your legs. And if your back's not working, all of those little extremities, they stop working too.
Big strikes here from Tommy, trying to fight out.
Well, he's got so much heart, Tommy. He's not going to lie down any quickly.
Oh, big drop kick from
But if anyone's going to make you lie down, it's Phoenix Tallion with that phenomenal drop kick.
Phoenix just knows him too well. Oh, bit of trash talk from Phoenix.
And this is so unusual. You see Phoenix normally hits explosive offense and goes straight for a cover.
Just keep stomping on that back.
Phoenix is targeting that back like it's got a bullseye written on it.
The crowd absolutely fighting for Tommy.
Oh, big slam from Tommy, but how much did that take out of his back?
Desperation there from Tommy.
You see straight away clutching his back when he pulled off that maneuver.
Looking for a suplex. Oh!
Beautiful snap suplex, but again, Tommy clutching his back.
Kick out at one from Phoenix. Not enough.
How much of a powerful cover is Tommy going to be able to get if he can't put the power in the legs to push into that cover? If his back's not working, it's going to make it a lot harder to get a tight cover. Maybe that little strategy of Phoenix targeting Tommy's back is helping him kick out.
Again, the back on that corner.
Straight into that corner. As you said, it looks padded, but underneath that very thin padding is just a big metal hook. You slam yourself into that, it hurts like hell.
Phoenix is just throwing him into it as well.
It is and Phoenix is a strong man as well. Oh, that backbreaker.
Tommy looks seriously hurt here.
Oh, that looked disgusting. It wasn't just across the thigh of Phoenix. That was almost the point of his knee.
Mocking Tommy.
Phoenix is looking to send a message to Tommy Fusion, I think. Phoenix is maybe a little bit more stung from his recent loss from Tommy Fusion than we thought. Because he is looking to punish Tommy Fusion here.
Got that wrenched in.
That camel clutch is in very deep.
Trying to reach for those ropes here.
Tommy desperation here, and this is a hard move to try and get to the ropes on because Phoenix Tallion's entire body weight now is pushing down on Tommy Fusion's back.
He's got that grip on his wrist there, locking it in so Tommy cannot move.
Exactly, we're not going to. I don't know if we've ever seen Tommy Fusion tap out. I don't know if his heart will let him, but I tell you what, your body can give up pretty quickly.
Oh, and Tommy grabs a rope.
And Tommy, maybe at the last couple of minutes.
Phoenix holding it in, using the full of the ref count.
Yeah, that's very unusual for Phoenix not to break a hold as soon as the rope's hit.
How much of this comes down to the fact that Tommy beat him, took his title from him.
You have to know where this is exactly where this is coming from. But Phoenix is just looking to punish and send a message to Tommy Fusion.
What's he got lined up here?
Normally Phoenix is such a confident, bright young man.
Oh, misses. Tommy gets out the way.
So desperation getting out of the way of that knee.
But he's clutching at that back.
And Tommy building up some momentum here. That big back elbow.
In pain.
Normally would see Tommy Fusion follow up with that big back elbow very quickly. But Tommy is struggling so bad here.
Clenching at that back.
Every move has got to be absolute agony.
Oh no.
And
oh my God. Thunderbomb from Phoenix.
That has got to be it. 2.
Oh,
a last second kick out. A last second kick out from Tommy
must
Fusion.
have used all of his energy to kick out of that.
There's no way he's got anything left. And I mean, as you said, look there, he might have kicked out, but Tommy Fusion has barely moved.
Phoenix has him where he wants him here.
This match is Phoenix's to win. And it looks like Phoenix knows it. Phoenix is feeling it, dropping the straps.
Again, trash talking. Letting the people know that he doesn't care what they think of Tommy.
These two men were friends. And it looks like Phoenix with that a disrespectful slap to the back of the head.
Again!
Of Phoenix is clearly
again.
angry from his recent loss.
Targeting the back.
And setting up for the burnout. If he
Here
can
we
hit
go.
this has got to be it.
Oh, Tommy fighting out here.
Again,
Is he looking for a swinger?
He's looking for the swinger. Count it. And as you said,
Reversal after reversal.
both of these men know each other so well. They both know the counters to each other's moves.
First out of the swinger.
Straight out
Going
of the
for it
swinger.
here. Both men just fighting out of each other's
Tommy
finish.
censoring the danger. Oh! Tommy
Plant
sensed the danger he was in, hitting a beautiful dragon suplex. Oh my God! What the hell?
I don't think we've ever seen Tommy do that.
I have never seen a hit move like that from Tommy Fusion.
Oh wow, finish!
Oh, winner of the match, Tommy Fusion!
Wow,
We
is
said,
that a new finish for Tommy Fusion?
I mean, what we saw earlier, what we said earlier, these two men know each other so well, they just had to bust out brand new offense. I have never seen Tommy Fusion do something like that before.
You gotta wonder, what does this do to Phoenix? Coming in there aggressive after a loss at Maniacs and now losing again.
Wow, exactly. That's 2 straight losses that Phoenix has suffered to Tommy Fusion.
Tommy clenching that back, but he's happy that he's got this victory.
Phoenix Tallion, he's got to be disappointed with himself, but I tell you what, that was a hard-fought match.
Hell of a fight
Phoenix
there.
Tallion could have very easily won that match if he'd just been a little bit more on the ball and a little bit less cocky.
See, Tommy, usually he would go to pick up Phoenix, but I think after that match, just completely ignoring him and walking back.
Yeah, they're a little bit more angry at each other.
Here we go.
Making his Hughes Academy debut.
A veteran in the business here.
He's maybe not familiar with the Hughes Academy audiences. You know, he's making his Hughes Academy debut tonight as Ant Khan. But as you said, a veteran of New Zealand. Clearly a lot of the fans here are well familiar with Ant Khan and his, a lot of the time, despicable actions that he takes in shortcuts in the ring.
We see there on his entrance, just disrespecting the fans straight away.
The fans who know him clearly don't like him.
The man is big.
This is a man that a lot of New Zealand wrestling audiences might not be too familiar with. He's, is a bit of a feature in Warrior Wrestling. There hasn't wrestled a lot outside of this, but Soni Tupou is a big, scary man.
He's intimidating looking, all right.
I tell you what, we're sitting a couple of meters away from the ring, and I'm intimidated all the way back here. He is a big dude. And what a presence Soni Tupou has. And that's the biggest thing. The biggest hint here is the unknown of Soni Tupou. Ant Khan, we've said, is a veteran of New Zealand wrestling. If you want to study his tapes, you can very easily hear his. You can very easily see an Ant Khan match on YouTube and study him. But Soni Tupou is a non-known presence.
But look at Ant Khan here, just confident.
He's clearly not. He's clearly not worried here.
Match begins here.
Ant Khan is not sweating his much bigger opponent. I guess he's expecting his experience and his dirty tricks to take him through a victory to this one. But Soni Tupou, he'll be looking to make a
Using the power, throws him out.
Straight away throwing Ant Khan out.
Ant Khan strategically maybe rolling out here. Taking a moment to breathe.
Getting her, and if your opponent is circling the ring like that, it kind of throws you off your game a little bit. You start getting.
There we go, big gut.
I said Ant Khan with a cheeky little gut kick, some strikes right to Soni Tupou's head. Doesn't matter how big you are, if you've got a head injury, it's going to shut you down pretty quickly. But
clothesline!
Almost a massive lariat there.
And Ant Khan again rolling out.
And I tell you what, if the referee hadn't stopped Soni Tupou following him outside of the ring, I don't know what he would have done to him outside.
Just pacing in the ring.
Soni Tupou looks like a caged animal, pacing back and forth and back and forth. We saw Ant Khan right at the start there. Ant was looking very confident and cocky. I think a lot of that cockiness has left his face now. He's looking a bit scared now that he's felt the power of Soni Tupou.
He tried to go for his take game. Oh! Big fall-away slam!
Soni almost chucked him outside of the opposite side of the ring. The strength of this man.
He is big, he is strong.
Soni hoisting
He's
Ant Khan
intimidating.
up. Oh, what a vicious strike there from Ant.
Echoes around the arena here.
And Soni is feeling that shot to the gut. And a shot to the gut like that, it can rattle your liver, it can rattle your kidneys.
Oh wow, look at Ant Khan here, using a foot on the neck there, choking him.
Exactly. And what we talked there about dirty tactics and dirty tricks from Ant Khan, certainly not shy of using the referee's 4 counts or 5 counts to try and get himself an advantage.
Khan just chucking Soni out there.
And straight outside the ring, and that floor is just a hardwood floor. There is no give.
Drives him into the middle post there.
And that looked like the shoulder of Soni straight into that ring post.
Take out the shoulder, you take out the power.
Exactly. A one-armed man is half as strong as when he started.
I don't think Ant wants to be hit with another one of those clotheslines again.
I can't say I blame him, to be honest. I wouldn't want to be hit with the first one.
We go more dirty tactics from Khan.
Dirty tricks, but I tell you what, doesn't matter how strong you are if you're on your back. And Ant Khan has decided his strategy is keep Soni Tupou down, and I tell you what, it's a good strategy.
It's clearly working so far for him. Again, this technical game from Khan is it's unmatched.
Yeah, Khan using his experience and using his speed to try and get one up there on Soni, and it seems to be working.
Oh, here comes Soni.
Looks like Sonny's
looking to fight out of this.
Fight out of this chinlock, reverse chinlock. Or rear chinlock, I should call it. And this may be, Matt, the referee there, checking that Soni wants to continue the match. Obviously, he does. Move like this isn't going to win you a match, but
big strikes to the midsection.
Cutting off the air to the head can do a lot to help you.
Big back elbow.
And again, we talked about the speed there of Soni Tupou.
As you see there, Khan pointing to his head, strategic. He knows what he's doing here.
I think he lured Soni Tupou in with that, getting a 2 count off it, but.
He knows Sonny's got the power again, so he's going to outsmart him here. It's a good tactic from Khan.
And maybe this is why Khan was so cocky and confident right at the start there. He knew he had a strategy and it knew it might work.
Oh no! Oh! Samoan drop, driving him on the left shoulder there of Khan.
We talked about the speed there of Ant Khan, but the speed there of Soni Tupou popping to his feet and throwing Ant with that Samoan drop. But we saw the damage to Sonny's shoulder before when he slammed into that ring post. Wasn't able to follow up and try and get the pinfall there on Ant Khan. And maybe if that shoulder wasn't as damaged, we might have seen an end to the match. Both up at 6 count.
Big tackle there.
And
another big tackle.
Right into that shoulder tackle. 2 shoulder tackles. Ant is dazed and in the corner. And Soni has lined up.
Oh,
big splash.
Khan is dazed.
Oh, and a big power slam. Soni is building some momentum in this match.
Kick out from Khan.
And a very close 2 count.
Now look at Khan using that strategic thinking again. Rolling.
And almost to the outside of the ring there, yeah. But Ant looks dazed. Maybe not as dazed as we thought there, luring Soni in there.
But still a bit dizzy, clearly.
Yeah, he's clearly struggling, but that DDT, if you want to talk dizziness.
Straight on the head.
Nothing makes you dizzy like your head driven into a mat. And what experience there we've seen from Ant Khan, going straight from a kick out, grabbing Soni's arm and locking him straight into a crossface.
Beautiful crossface here.
It's Soni using his power and his just muscular frame to try and drag Ant Khan straight to the ropes.
He's inches away here.
Inches away from getting that
fingertips.
Ropes.
Soni gets the rope.
Soni gets the ropes, but you had to know that was took a lot out of the man. He's got to drag Ant Khan across the ring in order to grab that ropes, while Ant is wrenching at your neck and shoulder.
See, Soni there holding his left arm.
Well, exactly, yeah. The crossface does a lot of damage to your trapezoid, and it does a lot of damage
off.
to your shoulder. Oh, what a pounce!
Soni hits him with a pounce.
But his pounce with his injured shoulder.
That's right, the shoulder.
And shoulder is a little bit slow getting to that pinfall.
Oh, here we go.
Soni,
foot on the rope.
That has got to be heartbreaking for Soni. You have to have known that could have been the end of the match if Ant was just a few inches further into the center.
The veteran skills of Khan showing with his ring awareness.
Well,
He knows where he is.
He knew exactly where he is. And again, Ant... Oh, no! A cutter out of nowhere from Ant Khan.
And that's it.
That is the match.
Confident Khan, but he got it.
And he earns that victory. Soni Tupou might have lost that match, but I tell you what, the young man should be extremely proud of himself. Taking a veteran like Ant Khan to the limit is not an easy task.
Khan putting the whole of Hughes Academy here on notice as Soni's being helped to the back. Impressive performance from Soni, but unfortunately not enough to topple Ant Khan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat match.
Triple threat match here.
With a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the special guest referee for this match.
Special guest referee about to come out.
Introducing
Here we go. The Scene, AJ Murtagh. Is AJ going to call it fair down the middle here? Clearly these people showing a bit of animosity here. Boos, you suck chance. Oh, here we go. AJ giving a hug. AJ seems like a nice guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last time I was in a Hughes Academy ring, I was victorious over probably the best technical wrestler in this country, the standard hero, Graham Hughes. I won that match fairly. I stayed within the rules. I used my technical prowess and keen wrestling acumen to beat this match. That's all right, I encourage you all to have fun. I used all my skill and talent to beat that man fairly, and a thought occurred to me. Not only do the wrestlers in this country need to learn how to wrestle fairly and with honour, but the referees, of which I once was one, also need a reminder. That's why I've put on my finest referee attire here tonight.
It's because you don't fit it anymore, that's why you're wearing that.
That's right, I have lost weight. I have lost weight. So I've come out here to call this match right down the middle so that referees like Matt Rhodes, that other guy, what was his name, Cody, and of course that no-talent hack, Conan Wood, can all learn a thing or two from me about how to count to 3. You're welcome, you Lynn.
People, how to count to 3. People are not liking AJ Murtagh here tonight. Introducing the first competitor. Dorian Webber been on a tear at Hughes Academy recently. He's looking confident though. He's looking focused. Shaking the hands of the ref. Bit of respect shown. Introducing second, Bobby Wisheart. fan favorite here. Getting the crowd behind him. All heart Bobby Wisheart. Showing he is all heart. Giving everyone here high fives. The crowd love him here. And you, Lynn. Special moment there. Bobby giving his merch. Listen to the crowd. Absolute fan favorite here tonight. As we get ready for the third competitor to come out.
And the final competitor. Representing the Lions of Murtagh.
Kaha. Now this man is someone not to be messed with. The last ever Jackson Shield holder. He has been on a tear since he's come back. Formerly known as Hybrid, Kaha putting on dominant performances everywhere he goes.
What a triple threat we've got now.
All the competitors here looking focused, looking eager here.
I can't say I blame them. Dorian Webber there, a man with a bit of a spotty record over the last year at Hughes Academy, certainly looking himself getting himself some momentum back. Maybe getting himself another shot at the Hughes Academy Championship.
But the man right there, Kaha, formerly known as Hybrid, has been on an absolute tear since he's come back.
Well, he returned from a long leave of absence since November last year, has reinvented himself, re-looked at his attitude, re-looked at his the way he conducts himself in the ring, and re-looked at, I guess, the way he conducts his mana as he's talked about it, and has come back a much more honourable competitor with the Kaha moniker, which for him represents courage and it represents strength.
But you got to also look at Bobby here. Fan favourite, not only that, he has also been on his hair lately.
Well, Bobby Wisheart is a man that you don't want to be taking lightly. He might be the smallest of the three competitors here, but Bobby Wisheart is very experienced. He wrestles constantly around the country.
Oh, a bit of intimidation here.
And we clearly know who the fans are most behind here, Kaha.
Maybe not. Maybe they're all here for Bobby.
Maybe they're all here for Bobby, as you said.
Are they here for Dorian though?
I don't think anyone's here for Dorian.
No, you're right.
Certainly not AJ.
Well, they did shake hands before.
Wow, that's not happy with that. AJ supposed to be an impartial referee.
How impartial will he be today?
Wow, it's AJ. He's not going to be. It's not a case of what dirty thing AJ's going to do in the ring tonight. It's when is he going to do it.
Double headlock here.
Dorian there, I think he thought he was luring these two men into a bit of a trap, but a double headlock, maybe not the smartest thing to be doing this early in the match.
We know Dorian here is an impressive technician, but he's trying to do tech stuff to people like Kaha and Bobby.
Well, Bobby Wisheart is extremely technically sound. The man is very well experienced, has been challenging himself lately against some extremely well experienced and much bigger opponents than him. So he's been learning a lot over the last couple of years.
Well, he's going to need that experience here, facing off with Kaha.
Kaha, as with this moniker and this attitude, is reasonably new, but Hybrid, his
Lifting
former
up Bobby.
attitude has been around for many, many years. Former professional wrestling tag team champion, two-time Jackson Shield champion. The man is
the last ever Jackson Shield.
He was. He knows exactly how to win a match. He's very capable in the ring. But Dorian Webber, who's taking a bit of a break on the outside of the ring now.
See, he got his arm wrenched there. Bobby lucky to fight out there.
Said Kaha might be a bit of a brute, might be strong, and you might think his attitude leads himself to more of a power game. But Kaha is very well technically sound, as we saw there.
Speaking of technically sound, maybe here we go. Dorian coming back in here.
Dorian sneaking out of nowhere.
Putting out his own headlock in.
And seeing an opportunity, and Dorian Webber is not a man you want to take lightly.
A double, triple headlock here. Triple, double.
Hey, would that be a double headlock? I guess it's a double, right? There's two headlocks.
Yeah.
One against three men. It's a...
Oh!
And if you want to see double headlock, something Dorian tried earlier in the night. Kaha...
Even though the strength here, it's a numbers game. Bobby and Dorian both fighting out, pushing him off here.
Kaha coming straight off the ring.
Oh, line!
We saw Dorian try that earlier, and both Kaha and Bobby took him down. Kaha taking 2 men down.
Pointing to Bobby. Pointing to...
He's
You're going to let the crowd decide.
I think he's made up his own mind. Big splash right into Dorian Weber. Getting some momentum
Another one.
right against Bobby Wisheart. And Kaha is in firm control of this match, using his strength and his speed to stay on top, splashing both of these gentlemen, and then using Dorian as a weapon.
It's just a big rig truck coming at you full speed.
Wow, he's a big man. Oh, and what a fall-away slam to Weber.
He's looking to put Bobby on top of Weber
Maybe
here.
that's what he's got in
Big
mind.
scoop slam on top of Weber.
Exactly what you thought.
Kick out at 1 though. Weber's showing some fight.
A very quick kick out there from Dorian, but and Dorian, as much as he plays silly tricks in the ring, as much as he's got silly antics, a lot of that is mind games, and he's trying to take his opponent off paying attention to this match.
I have to point out here, Weber, good for triple threats. He did beat me in a triple threat in my last match.
Well, exactly. Dorian is very good at triple threat matches because he knows he can stay outside the ring, launch sneak attacks.
Speaking of sneak attack, I think Bobby's lining up something here.
Dorian is, and this is the danger of a triple threat match.
Big gut kick.
The big danger of a triple threat match. You might be working on your opponent really well. Oh, and a double team offense there.
Neck breaker for DDT.
Neckbreaker DDT combo. Both Dorian and Kaha are out, but Kaha kicking out before the referee's 1 count. As I said, the big danger of a triple threat match. You focus too hard on one opponent, that third opponent is coming from behind.
It's enough time to rest up, just enough to get back in the fight there.
Bobby Wisheart there now back in control, using his speed and his experience to his advantage.
Big back elbow. Whips him off here to the other side. Following him.
Again, the experience there that we've seen from Bobby Wisheart. He's not allowing Dorian to rest himself in the corner. Bobby straight away. Dorian has got no chance to defend himself. And a beautiful monkey flip. Looked like Dorian might have tried to defend himself there, getting his foot on the bottom rope. But
as you were saying before, focusing on one person leaves the other person to grab some energy.
well, exactly. Kaha
And
there.
just like that, catches Bobby out of midair.
I think Bobby was looking. Using Bobby as a weapon. And a black hole slam there from Kaha. Again, the big strong man firmly back in control of this match.
Penning him here.
looks
Did
like-
he take enough time there though?
Maybe the inexperience there of Kaha. He, as I said, he was out of action back in November when he lost the Jackson Shield and got injured by myself and Jackson Graves.
Yeah.
But that time away from the ring, he's going to be a little bit slower. He's going to be a little bit rustier. Potentially, is that lack of recent ring experience going to play against Kaha?
Looking to finish it here.
Kaha. Oh my God!
Weber with a low blow.
And as you said earlier, the triple threat plays right into Weber's normal tactics. He doesn't have to distract the referee. The triple threat is a no disqualification match. Dorian can do whatever he wants.
No matter how big you are, that's gonna hurt.
No matter how big and strong you are, a low blow stops what you're doing.
Choking Bobby here on the rope, Weber is.
Again, as you said, this match favors Dorian Weber. Doesn't matter what AJ's doing. He can't count Dorian Weber out.
Yeah.
I think he was just maybe...
Triple threat rules here.
I think AJ was mainly checking if Bobby Wisheart was still conscious. Choke a man on the outside of the ring, and I guess that would be match. Weber now unleashing a new wave of viciousness here against Bobby Wisheart.
Big shot from Weber.
That was one heck of a shot.
I have been on the other side of that, and that does hurt.
Oh, it does. I wouldn't recommend it.
Stomping here to Kaha.
Dorian Weber now, it's as I said, clearly versed in triple threats. Knows not to take his eye off his opponent for too long. Switching his offense there between Bobby Wisheart and Kaha, making sure both men are down.
Oh, again, just striking Bobby.
Those strikes from Dorian Weber are on another level than we normally see.
Just vicious strikes.
He is laying them in tonight. Bobby Wisheart there, maybe a little bit more active in this ring than we thought he was. Bobby straight away with some tandem offense, using Dorian as a bit of a jumping platform for a double axe handle.
Little Hardy Boy-esque there. Lifts him up. What's he thinking for here?
Looking for
TKO!
Oh, Bobby Wisheart has been using this to great offense lately. He's won several matches with it.
Oh, breaks up the pin tier. Kaha does.
Again, the danger of a triple threat match, as we've spoken about several times tonight.
That could have been it.
It could have been it. That would have been it. There is no way that Bobby Wisheart wouldn't have got the pinfall in that match. Kaha wasn't saving Dorian Webber. He was saving himself.
I think Webber knows it as he rolls out here, trying to catch a bit of breath.
And Bobby Wisheart straight back on the offense. Big code breaker there from Wisheart.
But Kaha is still standing.
He's a hard man to put down as Kaha.
Big cross body.
If anyone can do it, it's
One,
big ball hard Bobby
two.
Wisheart.
Kaha kicking out.
Big kick out from that cross.
How
body
much
there.
energy has been exerted kicking out there?
Yeah, exactly. The big cross body like that can really take the wind out of you. You might kick out, but it's going to take a little bit more effort to sort of get those lungs fuller and get back in the fight. And you can see that Kaha a little bit slower getting to his feet than he has been.
Wisheart looking to finish this maybe. Big strike.
That was an elbow to the jaw of Kaha.
Usually a technician, but Bobby coming out some strikes here.
Oh my God! You want to talk strikes?
I don't think Bobby will be striking anymore.
There is. I think Bobby Wisheart just rethought his life choices after that headbutt.
Yeah, this is over.
And a big neck breaker from Kaha.
That's it.
We have to know
Count
that's
it.
it. We've seen Kaha win match after match with that.
Big kick here.
Dorian Webber coming out of nowhere.
That's the Webber, man.
Oh, winner of the match, Dorian Webber.
As I was saying, Webber, a master of triple threats, it seems.
As you said there, this match favors him, and you were absolutely right. Webber picked the perfect moment to take Kaha down. This match was Kaha's.
Kaha had a one, as you said, but Webber sliding in and stealing the victory. Smiling and laughing.
Stealing the victory, but I tell you what, his tactics earned it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
maybe I wonder something happened.
Well, it was a fast count there from AJ.
Throwing that ref shirt to the back. Oh, look at this.
We said, is AJ going to be fair? And, I mean, not to take it away from Dorian Webber, but AJ, that count was fast, mate. Very fast.
Maybe I have to wonder, does it have something to do with the handshake at the start?
Well, we saw them there. There was only one man that AJ shook the hand of, and it was Dorian Webber.
Here we go. We see Bobby Wisheart and Kaha.
It looks like both of these men know that they might have been robbed out of this match.
I think they know it as well.
And I'm glad they're chasing AJ Murtagh out of the building. If they can keep him out of it, I'll be a happy man.
Chase him all the way back. Look at Webber here, celebrating even longer.
This match here will be extremely interesting. Both gentlemen from the Fale Dojo.
Recent trip to Australia from Trent Hooper coming here to Hughes Academy.
Trent Hooper, we've seen him a couple of times at Hughes Academy shows. Audiences should be reasonably familiar with him. The man is extremely technically sound, very vicious in the ring. And as we've seen once or twice, maybe not too afraid of taking a shortcut, but the man is...
Very confident man.
I can't say I blame him. And he should be feeling confident.
Looking absolutely jacked out there.
Oh, the guy looks great. He wrestles like $1 million. The guy's extremely technically sound.
Tony Kazina.
Tony Kazina, a man from Portland, Oregon, wrestled in the States, has wrestled all over the world, wrestled in Japan. He's an absolute veteran, maybe not so much a veteran of the New Zealand scene, but a veteran of the world wrestling scene. He has wrestled so many different countries, he's wrestled everywhere. He's a powerful man, extremely technically sound, probably potentially more technically sound than Trent. I mean, there's always the saying that Tony has taught Trent everything Trent knows, but maybe not everything Tony knows.
It's a case of, will the student beat the master here? Will he beat the teacher?
And this is one heck of a test there. One heck of a test. Sorry, one heck of a test here for Trent Hooper. If he can make an impression and potentially even beat his head trainer with Tony Kozina.
Shaking the hand, showing respect here.
There we go, which is great, and it's what you love to see with that student-master relationship. But I tell you what,
it's
as
going to
soon
be
as
one technical match here.
it is, as much as these two men respect each other, they respect the ring and they respect the art of wrestling a lot more. And we're not going to see them pull punches and maybe make things easier on each other. Tony Kozina will be looking to push Trent Hooper to his absolute limit in this match, and Trent Hooper, Trent Hooper will be looking to make an impression on his head coach. So
there we go, Trent Hooper fighting out of it, getting his leg around his head.
Yeah, almost like a modified armbar that Tony Kozina had on Trent.
Oh,
right
look
there.
at that, lifting himself up, putting some pressure on the neck of Tony Kozina.
It does. It puts a little bit extra torque on the neck and the windpipe there of Tony, but Tony flipping
Tony.
straight out of that move.
That's the experience of Tony showing here. Managed to get out of that.
Maybe Tony feeling his forehead there, maybe thinking he'd grazed himself on Trent's knee or Trent's knee pad. But again, straight back to the technical game, a bit of a test of strength from these two gentlemen.
There we go,
And Tony's experienced, almost trying to look like he was reversing that into a headlock, but Trent slipping straight out of it with a headlock of his own. And
wrenching the headlock.
If you can hear these two men, Trent is squeezing the life out of Tony with this headlock.
Pushing up against the rope, Tony is.
Well, Tony's the shorter man here, and that gives him a little bit of advantage. You know, he's under the center of gravity of Trent, and he can
Pushing
use
him off.
He can use that to lift and push Trent a little bit where he wants to be. But Trent, the bigger man, using that size and that power to his advantage.
Tony looking a bit dazed here.
I think that Tony might be a little bit taken surprised by Trent's power. And as we've seen in his matches against other people in the at Hughes Academy ring, Trent is a powerful young man.
Maybe Tony rethinking his strategy here, realizing Trent may be the more powerful man.
Exactly. I mean, there's the technical game will take you so far, but if you're strong and you can muscle out of things and take your opponent down with power and strength, it forces you to change the game. But Tony looking like he's...
Who's going to give here?
They're both men...
Trent back on top.
Again, showing the power of Trent Hooper. That in that exchange where they were both trying to jockey for position, again, Trent's power got him the position.
Big shoulder tackle.
Oh.
Hunting Tony to the ground.
I think Tony was looking to shoulder tackle Trent there, but Trent using again his power, almost running through Tony.
Tony rolling out here, catching a moment.
I don't know if you saw the look on Kozina's face there. He looked shocked and amazed that he was on the ground. I don't think he even knew what happened. As you said, Tony has got to be rethinking his strategy at this point. The shoulder tackles, the power game has not been working. It's clearly in Trent's advantage.
Even the tag game, Trent seems to be coming on top every single time here.
Well, he has been, and maybe. But Tony is a well-traveled veteran. I mean, at this point, is he just testing Trent and testing Trent's limits before he unleashes his full offense? Because we've seen Tony Kozina wrestle a very technically sound game against the likes of Bobby Wisheart. You know, who's also a bit of a technical guy himself.
Just still wrenching that arm, going for a hammerlock here.
And there we see maybe Tony was just testing Trent a little bit, trying to find out the limits of Trent's power.
There we go, Trent again back on top of control here.
Again, that was a beautiful counter out of the hammerlock there, straight into that headlock, a move that Trent seems to be favouring. And
small jabs here.
And I think Trent's favouring that headlock to his detriment, because clearly Tony was sensing a weakness in the headlock and going for those gut shots.
Taking him over here, back on top, cranking that neck.
Trent reacting to a change in game here. He's understanding that Tony's trying to fight out of the headlocks and taking him straight over with that headlock takeover.
Trent here putting his pressure down to make Tony's shoulders go on the ground for a pin here.
Exactly. It not only forces you into a pinning predicament, is the variation of the headlock is the on the ground headlock is you're putting your entire body weight on top of your opponent's head.
Tony using the crowd here to grab some momentum, and he does.
Tony trying to wrestle out of this hole. We've saw this before with two men jockeying for position. It didn't work well for Tony last time.
The power of Trent.
And Tony, there we go. As we saw testing the young man, testing Trent's aptitude. Tony, sensing he was about to lose that test of strength, sweeping Trent to the ground. And a modified Fujiwara armbar. Wrenching on that shoulder of Trent. And it doesn't matter how strong you are. If your shoulder is out of its socket, you're done.
No more tech game for Trent if that is the case.
Oh, well. No more technical game, no more power game. I would not want to be a one-armed man against Tony Kozina.
No, you're right there.
I wouldn't want to be a two-armed man against him.
See that Trent just waving at that arm.
But as we saw there, we said at the beginning of the match, Trent is not scared of a dirty tactic here and there. That little gut kick right into the corner. That was vicious. A little cheeky gut kick certainly got him the advantage. And Trent again with the power, throwing Tony right into that corner buckle.
Tony reaching for the rope there.
And Tony sensing he's in danger there, slamming his back straight into that buckle. Oh, and that knee. That knee to the
of pain.
And again, the dirty tricks, exactly what I said at the beginning with Trent, choking Tony Kozina out on the ropes.
What happened to that respect at the start? What happened to that handshake?
As we said at the beginning, they might respect each other, but as soon as the bell rings, they respect the ring a little bit more.
Front guillotine here.
That's a beautiful guillotine from Trent. And the guillotine is such a great move if you're a power guy. It allows you to use the size of your biceps and the power of your arms to just wrench and squeeze at the neck of your opponent.
But how strong can he hold that in with the damage already done to the left shoulder?
Well, you have to know that's got to be a factor. Because the more Trent squeezes and the more Trent wrenches that hold, the more it's doing damage to his own shoulder. Trent's got to be gambling that Tony's body gives out before Trent's shoulder.
Crowd here getting behind Tony.
The crowd have a clear favourite here, clearly wanting Tony Kozina to win. Trying to fight his way to the ring. Oh, and those gut shots again, right to the liver of Trent Hooper. And Trent looking like he's gasping for air after those shots.
Big whip to the rope, misses the line.
And it gets
big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Trent Hooper.
And we've talked so much about Trent Hooper's size and his aggression and his power, but his speed in that maneuver, able to outmaneuver Tony Kozina and lock in that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker was incredible.
Impressive kick out from Tony, all the damage done to his back.
And you have to know, if Trent had maybe been a little bit closer on that hold, hadn't played to the crowd, that might have been a 3 count. But Trent is feeling himself. He is seeing a weakness in Tony at this point, and he is going straight for Tony like a little pit bull.
Using that whole all 4 seconds of the ref's counting there. Getting himself not disqualified.
Yeah, we talked about dirty tactics there. That little kick on the way with Tony, keeping him down.
Big move here, looking
the power of Trent Hooper. Tony is not a small man. Oh my God. Tony's not a small man. That delayed suplex.
Big kick out again.
How the heck did Tony Kozina kick out of that? I mean, I know he's a tough man, but Christ.
Look at the crowd here. Wanting Tony to...
Trent is in disbelief that delayed suplex did not put down Kozina.
I think everyone here is in disbelief. But again...
I am. But Trent has sensed a weakness in Kozina's back and going for a bear hug, which is such a rudimentary maneuver. But against a weakened opponent with weakened ribs or weakened back, it is deadly.
All the damage done to the neck, to the spine, the body.
Think about the internal damage that Trent has been doing to Kozina over the course of this match. And now Trent is just rearranging
the body.
Trent is just rearranging the insides of Kozina by squeezing. And is going to rearrange the spine of this man. And Trent is, as we've said, and seen in this match, he is a strong young man. Tony trying to fight his way out of this hold. Oh!
How many times can he use the crowd to get back on top?
It almost worked that time.
Oh!
Tony sensed that the strikes weren't working, but that boxing, that clap to the ears of Trent, my
Ringing
God.
in the ears.
It does. It rings your ears. It makes you disorientated. But the damage done to Tony, he wasn't able to take advantage of his offense.
Big back elbow.
It was almost like Tony was just able to catch his breath. Trent
Again, kicking out.
kicking out, but Trent is firmly in control of this match. Tony isn't able to get any offense in.
Uh-oh, maybe he's looking for it again here.
He's looking for another one of these suplexes.
Oh, Tony!
Oh, stinger! DDT, reverse DDT there from Tony Kozina, and that had to be desperation. Tony using his size and his momentum to get behind Trent on that suplex.
Both men here damaging the neck to each other.
But you notice here that Tony had that move in so tight. The back of Trent's head slammed into the mat, and Tony has not been able to pin Trent Cooper. He wasn't able to even roll over to get a pinfall.
Tony getting the crowd behind him here once again.
He is in desperation mode as Tony at this point. Firing right hands against Trent Hooper. Tony is firing up.
Here we go. Whips him off here.
And the man can throw one hell of a right hand. Oh, and a
Big forearm.
flying forearm there from Tony Kozina. Trent Hooper is rocked. Rocked, I should say. This is the first massive offense that we're seeing out of Tony Kozina, and Trent Hooper has been taken by surprise, straight off the ropes. Oh, but maybe not surprised enough. Oh, another.
That's fine. Has to be damaged here.
That almost looked like a knee to his back and his ribs.
We're thinking. What are we thinking? Walls of
Maybe looking for a
Hooper, maybe.
Walls of Hooper or a Boston Crab. Tony trying to fight out of it. He knows the danger is in.
Uh-oh, he's got it locked in.
And Trent straight in there.
Down now. That has to be it.
Straight in there with that Boston Crab.
Tony was an incredible performer, but this has to be it.
This move puts so much pressure on your lower back.
Oh, Tony!
And Tony trying to muscle out of this move, fight out. He knows it's only a matter of time before his body gives up. Tony is in desperation mode at this point.
He has to be 20 centimeters away from that rope, not even that.
Well, it's so close but so far, because he's got to muscle himself up, and Trent Hooper
pulling him back to the middle of the ring.
Trent recognizing that maybe Tony was reaching the ropes.
We talk about the ring awareness from Tony. What about the ring awareness from Trent pulling him back?
He sensed
that might be it.
I think
That's it.
What a match. But Tony Kozina did not tap out. His body gave out.
He did not quit. He kept kicking out, and he did not tap.
Trent Hooper, though, has got to be so proud of himself. Not only beating your own coach, but beating him to the point where he can't even fight anymore. I don't know if Tony Kozina is even conscious. He does not know.
Uh-oh.
He might not know that.
What are we thinking here? What?
I don't know if we've got a bit of a technical problem. We've got another technical problem with the music there, but Trent Hooper.
I don't think Trent cares.
Celebrating in his victory.
Embracing the audience boos here.
Oh, Trent, what are you doing?
Trent, what are you doing?
We've seen the aggression from Trent. These men shook hands before.
You won fair and square, Trent. Now stop. Here we go. Maybe a bit of respect shown again. Lovely to see.
We love to see that. As you said, both of these men respect each other, but they respect the art of wrestling a little bit more. And tonight, Trent Hooper was the better man. And Tony Kozina, what a beautiful act there. Paying respect to Trent Hooper. Tony is a proud competitor, and he fought like hell in that match. But
you see Tony clenching the back there. I'm afraid the damage is already done, though.
I can't say I blame the poor man.
As long as you don't say anything stupid, I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
We're just going to get along just fine here. as we see Spartan coming out here. What do you think is going through the mind of Spartan?
Well, I'll wait for these fans to settle down and I'll try and tell you. I think he's far more nervous than he's letting on. He's going in there against Frankie Quinn.
60 minutes.
It's 60 minutes, exactly. I hope he has the attention span for this match. He's certainly got the physique and the skills for it.
But you mentioned skills. Champion Frankie Quinn also has a lot of great skills there.
I think he's one of the best in this country. No doubt about it. It's going to be a hell of a match.
Spartan personally here.
Absolutely. That could be a huge disadvantage for both of them.
Here we go, champion Frankie Quinn coming out here. The crowd here loving Frankie Quinn.
I don't know if you noticed this, but neither Spartan nor Frankie Quinn exerted a whole lot of energy. They usually come out kind of riling up the crowd, screaming top of their lungs. Not tonight. They're
focused on all 60 minutes here.
That's right. Focus is the key.
Both competitors coming, not with a smile on their faces they usually do.
No, very stoic.
Very focused by the looks of it. And you gotta be 60-minute Ironman match.
This is your main event and will be contested for the Hughes Academy Championship.
That's what it's all about right there, the Hughes Academy Championship.
This is a New Zealand first 60-minute Ironman match. This contest will go to a strict 60-minute time limit. Competitors can score pinfalls, submissions, and disqualification points against their opponent. Whoever has the most falls by the end of the 60-minute time limit will be the Hughes Academy champion.
Big fight field here, Lynn RSA.
Introducing first to my left, the challenger. He is the current IPW heavyweight champion. The #1 contender for the Hughes Academy Championship. He is the last of the 300. This is Spartan!
Huge ovation for Spartan.
As mentioned, champion also.
Yep. Impact Pro Wrestling and New Zealand heavyweight champion.
And to my right, the champion. She is the IPW Women's Champion and the current reigning, inaugural and defending Hughes Academy Champion. Representing Auckland's North Shore, this is Frankie Quinn.
Another ovation for Frankie Quinn, the IPW Women's Champion.
Both fan favourites here. As you mentioned, IPW Women's Champion from Frankie, and IPW Men's Championship for Spartan. But that's not what it's about here today. That's what it's all about today. The Hughes Academy Championship.
It is indeed a beautiful belt and a highly sought after prize.
What a reign it's been for Frankie so far.
Absolutely. Not sure I'd trust that ring announcer with the belt though.
Yeah, keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Speaking of which, coming over to our broadcast location, Fabulance Lance Adams. Make sure you don't lose that belt.
No promises.
Checking for weapons here.
What a match we have for you this evening, a 60-minute Ironman match, the first to be contested in New Zealand. We've seen maybe 30-minute Ironman matches before.
As you see on the board there, clock about to start.
I can't quite see the clock, is it?
Here we go. 60 minutes has started. First ever in New Zealand history.
And we've got 60 minutes. These two competitors are very well versed for each other. Spartan and Frankie Quinn were the two competitors who fought for the inaugural Hughes Academy Championship when the Hughes Academy Men's and Women's Championship were combined. Frankie Quinn coming out of that equation as the winner. And Spartan has been taking the last year to try and fight himself back into the main event scene.
Oh, Spartan there.
Yeah, normally the Hughes Academy Championship is contested on 2 out of 3 falls count rules. Spartan was so close to beating Frankie Quinn at the last Hughes Academy show. Went to a full time limit draw at 30 minutes, but now we're at 60 minutes for these two competitors.
I got to wonder about the importance of the first fall. How crucial is that first fall? You want to set the pace, you want to get up over your opponent. Is Spartan using that strength to throw down the smaller Quinn?
Also, what does the first pinfall do to the other person's mentality?
That's a good point.
Oh, it does. If you get pinned quickly, that's a massive black mark on your psyche.
Spartan calling out the fans.
Good, I can absolutely respect that. These fans need to be called out at every avenue.
I think they're perfectly fine with what they're doing.
Yeah, you would think that.
Some of them are right.
Nice lock up here. Into a headlock by Spartan.
Beautiful headlock there.
And we've got two very different competitors here between Frankie and Spartan. Spartan is obviously the much stronger, the much bigger competitor. And normally you'd say that gives them advantage, but Frankie Quinn is used to being the smaller person in a match. She is excellent at taking on big competitors. And look at the people that she's beaten in this championship reign so far. She's beaten people like Rough Guts, like JT Hollow. Big, strong, vicious men. And she's beaten them all.
Impressive kick out there from Frankie.
Frankie showing off her core strength there, kicking out with just her legs.
Yeah, well, she's conserving energy there as well. She's got to go for another 57 plus minutes. You don't want to be giving large kickouts. Just get the shoulder up any way you can. Conserve that energy. Stay away from the flat back. When Spartan gave her the headlock earlier, first thing she did, shot that shoulder up. She knows what she's doing.
But again, that's such
Bit of quickness from Frankie Quinn.
Some explosive
Using his speed one.
Taking Spartan a little bit by surprise there, but it's such a great point.
There we go, another one.
Conserve your strength, conserve your energy by being very strategic with your moves.
And a crucifix, 1, 2.
And
Two already?
Exactly, maximize your movements. Get the most you can out of the minimal movement.
And you look
Frankie Quinn with 4 pinfalls there.
Yeah, you talk about maximizing your movements just between a couple of moves. 4 quick pinfalls on Spartan, and not like small pinfalls. They were rolling Spartan over and throwing him
Both
around.
shoulders firmly on the ground there.
He's got to be feeling a little bit dizzy from that being thrown around and so surprised by like that.
One of those kickouts being a 2 count already.
But look at these two competitors, still very apprehensive of each other. They know they've got to go another 55 minutes to go through this match.
Move there from Spartan.
Neither of them we want to be caught in a bad submission hold this early on, because if you get an injury, you're just going to get fall after fall after fall against you.
Exactly, and I just wonder if in a situation like this, if it's smarter for Quinn just to tap out, take the L, so that she can fight on throughout the match without too much damage.
Well, exactly, that's such a good point, because as soon as the pinfall happens, both competitors move to the other side of the ring.
You already hear Frankie. Oh, Frankie fighting out
Trying
there.
to fight out of this heel hook.
But Spartan still got the foot in control. And Frankie with an impressive.
Frankie with an impressive counter, using her speed and her size to get out of that maneuver.
An MMA reversal there.
But you got to think the power game of Spartan will be able to get out of this.
Well, you'd think, but look at the way Frankie Quinn is applying this headlock.
Very.
He was applying the headlock, leaning over Spartan, so allows her body weight to get a little bit more oomph into their headlock.
Leverage. Leverage is important.
A little bit leverage.
Not
yes.
just strength. Got that leverage and was able to start cutting off the supply of blood to Spartan's head. That's what it's about.
And
See that leverage, using his head to push that elbow back. Maybe the tricep back there on Frankie Quinn's.
it is, and you have to know, as you said before, Frankie Quinn is well versed in facing bigger competitors. She knows how to use momentum and leverage to her advantage.
I don't like the guy, but referee Conan Wood is right in there where he needs to be, calling it down the middle.
Well, if one referee that can do a 60-minute Ironman like this, it's the Ironman himself, Conan Woods.
And myself, for anyone who's listening. AJ, thank you.
Shameless plug from AJ.
Hey.
Once again.
Got to put myself over.
Speaking of getting
Crowd
over,
getting
though,
behind Frankie here.
Frankie Quinn rolling Spartan over out of that maneuver.
As you see her feet locked together, cutting the circulation to Spartan's head there.
And it's all of these little differences that make such a difference to both Spartan and Frankie's offense, that Frankie is using her own foot behind her own ankle to just a little bit of extra oomph onto this squeezing on the Spartan's neck.
See Spartan turning around there, relieving the pressure of his head.
Which is a very smart maneuver, because if you pass out, that's a pinfall.
Oh, right onto Quinn.
Impressive counter from Spartan once again.
Spartan sensing danger with that maneuver that Frankie had on him, going straight to the headlock.
Conan Wood checking the shoulders too, making sure they're up.
And this is such an important early part of the match because you're trying to feel out your opponent, understand their weaknesses, sort of tire them out a little bit with some of these rudimentary maneuvers.
To the ribs there.
And if you can cut the oxygen off your opponent with headlocks and chokeholds, it's going to make the rest of the match a lot easier. But Frankie, a little bit of turnabout here with that heel hook of her own.
Worth pointing out, Frankie in that headlock, she came up slowly. She wasn't trying to force her way up or explode up with too much strength. So I've been saying, conserving energy.
Exactly what you said before. You said, yeah, make every movement count. And Frankie Quinn, so far in this match, has been excellent at doing that.
Frankie going for the foot, maybe thinking of cutting off that speed, maybe for the spear.
Well, it's such a good point. You know, Spartan's big offense is his spear. And a lot.
Beautiful maneuver from Frankie Quinn.
You notice that was the counter that Frankie just used earlier
Absolutely.
on this very same move, and Frankie saw that. She almost baited Spartan in.
Wrenching Spartan's head back.
A modified STF.
Spartan played himself, but Frankie was telling him the tune.
You want to talk about two people that know each other in and out here.
Frankie Quinn doing a lot of damage here to the back of Spartan's knee, the Spartan's neck, and now sensing that maneuver wasn't doing enough damage, transitioning straight to the arm.
Yeah.
And think about what that does to you. You know, you're feeling pressure in your legs, you're feeling pressure in your neck, and suddenly that moves to your arm as your opponent moves around. It's so discombobulating.
Spartan has had shoulder injuries this year that have taken him out.
That's
He uses the spear as a finisher. This is incredibly
I
smart.
think Frankie Quinn has picked up on that, targeting the left shoulder there.
Well, it's an excellent point there. She's targeted the back leg of Spartan, which makes the explosiveness of the spear get weaker, and then targeting the shoulder as well. Frankie Quinn has clearly thought of a strategy here to deal with Spartan, and she's executing that strategy.
Frankie Quinn's getting out of
on the rope.
Whoa, impressive
using the ropes.
counter there. Going
nice.
through the middle and back under the
Frankie
second
using her
rope.
ropes to the
That
advantage.
was beautiful.
Yeah, I'll give her that one.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, she used her ring right to her advantage, her ring knowledge. And broke that
Speed game here
submission
from
hold.
Frankie Quinn with a Luther's press, pinning Spartan. Got a one.
Spartan using his core strength to muscle Frankie Quinn over.
Yep.
But both
Power all through the
competitors
hips.
still with wrist control. And I'm not sure if Frankie Quinn wants to be doing a test of strength here with Spartan, because he's clearly the stronger competitor.
Physically, I'd debate that mentally.
But the thing is, you said, Frankie Quinn extremely good with momentum and leverage. So she might not be able to strength her way out of one of these holes, but she can sure as hell leverage her way out.
Spartan just wrenching the arm of Frankie Quinn.
And maybe sensing a bit of danger in that test of strength, transitioning into a modified Fujiwara armbar.
We're talking about finishes. Frankie Quinn's here. A lot of it uses her arm. Spartan picking up on that.
Sliced bread, uses a headlock in order to maintain control of her opponent. If she can't hold that headlock, then the move doesn't work.
Crowd here once again getting behind Frankie Quinn as she fights out.
Frankie Quinn going for those shots right to the liver of Spartan. One thing's going to make you rethink the strategy is getting punched in the liver.
There was a version of an armbar there, and again, I think Quinn going for another one. It's an example of leverage and momentum.
But Spartan holding on.
Yeah, much as Frankie Quinn has used her speed, her leverage to get out of these holds, Spartan has not let up on the offense.
He hasn't. Oh,
Beautiful monkey flip.
Beautiful monkey flip.
Once again, Spartan holding on.
Still maintaining wrist control. Spartan has got a strategy here, and he is executing with perfection, and this top wrist lock is so painful.
Spartan in control as we're only coming up to the first 6 of the whole match.
And remember, we've gone 10 minutes in, and we have not seen a fall yet. Both of these competitors are still trying to feel each other out and trying to work towards that first fall. That important first fall.
Spartan whipping off Frankie.
oh.
Bit of misdirection.
Roll
Rolls her up.
And you see that, Spartan,
Reversal. One, no. One again, and
an impressive maneuver there.
come on, Conan, get in there.
Conan counting so many pinfall attempts here.
No,
It's slow on that one, Conan.
count Conan.
Conan,
I'm
maybe.
talking about with these referees.
Both of
We're thinking
them,
a powerbomb here from Spartan.
both of these competitors, they're trying to use their
counter.
speed.
Roll up with Frankie.
rolling.
One,
One,
two.
two.
Oh, only a 2 from Spartan. Big discus clothesline.
What What a lariat.
I think we may be seeing the first fall here.
That
That was
lariat
uncomfortable.
shut down Frankie Quinn so quickly.
Frankie
Frankie Quinn powering out.
Yeah, almost rolling out rather than kicking
only
out.
using one shoulder to kick out there.
They just said, conserve your energy.
Yeah. She also just had her head taken off by that discus clothesline.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
As you see Frankie clenching the back of her head there. Maybe a rough landing.
Frankie was trying to use her speed and her momentum for her advantage there, but Spartan shut that down really quickly with that vicious lariat.
This looks like hesitation from Spartan, though, which I think it's a mistake.
He could have gone on control there, you're right.
Yeah, but it's very. I mean, we're all about conserving your energy for a 60-minute match, but don't let your opponent recover like that. Oh, and what a backbreaker by Spartan.
I think Spartan knows that here. There we go, wrenching
wrench.
at Frankie Quinn.
And this helps drive Spartan's knee right into Frankie, but Frankie's sensing danger, getting out of that hold real quick.
You're right, you bring back to the point of Spartan here, just hesitating maybe.
Yeah, look, they're close in their personal lives. I don't need to go into detail, but I think that's playing as we get just a two, as we get through this match, that there may be moments of regret or hesitation.
I mean, potentially, but these two competitors, as much as they know each other personally so well, they're both extremely proud competitors, and they're not going to let their personal relationship get affected by winning a championship as prestigious as the Hughes Academy Championship.
Beautiful maneuver from Frankie.
Quinn.
It's like a version of a calf killer, but Spartan on the ropes.
Spartan was immediately screaming in pain there,
Tough
clutching at his
break
knee.
for Frankie Quinn there too.
As soon as Frankie locked it in there, Spartan grabbing the rope out of desperation.
You don't have to be in a move like a calf crusher for very long in order to be getting damage to the back of your thigh and your knee. And look at that, Spartan clutching at his knee a little bit.
I think Spartan realizes he can't hesitate anymore.
Wow.
As I say that, he's still hesitating.
I don't know if he's hesitating or just getting his breath back a little bit. So
Gathering new strategies.
I mean, we've got a 60-minute match to fight through. If you can take a little bit of time to catch your breath, it's certainly a good time to do it. Again,
Another discus line.
A discus lariat there again by Spartan.
And keep in mind, we're not even a quarter of the way through this match yet. And this is the damage they've already dealt out. I think
Maybe a first
hesitation.
walk here.
Nope.
That was a nasty
Frankie
landing there from
struggling to
Frankie.
kick out.
She's clutching the back of her head.
Yeah.
Spartan just drove her head into the mat with that lariat. But
Spartan
Spartan
needs
again.
to stop clowning around. Pin her when you get her down.
Hey, if he'd been a little bit quicker with that pinfall, could we have seen the first fall?
Yeah.
But Spartan
could have.
straight back to that shoulder with a Fujiwara armbar again, a modified Fujiwara. Frankie powering out of the move,
Roll through.
Rolls out.
and using her momentum to
That's
her
the
advantage.
ropes. Big back elbow from Spartan.
And Frankie ran full tilt into that back elbow.
No.
Again kicking out.
Frankie is a tough competitor.
Frankie shaking the left arm there.
She's got to be feeling it from that armbar. It's a nasty maneuver as that Fujiwara.
Almost looks limp there.
Snap suplex there from Spartan. Now go for the cover.
And you look at that, Spartan
Bit
straight
of a
away
cocky
rolling into
pin
Yeah,
from
that was-
Spartan.
That's kind of cool, but kind of dumb.
I mean,
Spartan knows better.
Yeah, he knows a lot better. Is he feeling a little bit?
He needs to get the bit
Well,
of urgency to get the
I
first
think
fall.
it was a psychological thing, to be honest.
It could be. I mean,
think you wanted
Spartan is in firm control of this match at the moment. He's clearly delivering his offense well.
Yeah.
I'm sure a man like Spartan has a game plan, a very good game plan.
There is no way that neither of these competitors.
Probably wrote it down on a bunch of napkins and crayon before the match.
There's no way neither of these competitors
Open hand
walked
strikes.
into this match without a plan. Spartan has taken 12 months almost.
The duck. A hell of a
And a
bounce.
massive
Power
power
slam.
slam. Spartan's taken 12 months from this very arena in order to get back into the main event slot. And
Frankie
here he
Quinn
is.
kicking out at 2.9 there.
Excuse me, I got a little excited.
I think Spartan knows the.
I think we all did over that power slam.
Spartan
Good power
understands
slam.
Spartan understands the opportunity here, and the
needs
work
to,
that he has had to put in to win to get to this match.
He needs to make a choice about what he's going to do next to get catching your breath, but while you're catching your breath, your opponent's also catching their breath.
Well, exactly. Two people can recover at the same time, and leaving your opponent alone lets them recover.
Whipping Frankie Quinn into the corner with another back elbow.
Was a nasty short whip followed up straight away with that back elbow. Frankie looks dazed.
Out of the corner.
Here we go. Big kick to the back.
To that snapmare
To
too.
the spine of Frankie Quinn.
Don't take lessons from the audience. Man, go for the pin
Spartan
spot.
taking his time on that pinfall. Frankie quick kicking out at
Yeah,
one there.
Spartan's been very slow to get to a lot of these pinfalls. He needs to...
That hesitation though keeps
need-
coming back to
he
it.
does. He needs to keep up the pace if he's going to win this match and get himself that first fall. And maybe he's conserving his energy a little bit more than he should be. Taking those times to take that deep breath and move on to the next part.
What are we thinking here from
Spartan.
Spartan?
the
Big
hoisting
elbow,
Frankie
baby.
Quinn up.
Punches.
Again, Frankie fighting it off.
Big hurricanrana.
Spartan has got to be careful. That move didn't work last time. It didn't work this time.
Double knees in the corner. That's a Frankie Quinn special.
And Frankie
You're
is
going to load it up again?
building momentum with those double knees.
Again.
There we
Double
go.
knees.
Double knees right to the chest. It drives the wind right out of your lungs.
There you go. He who hesitates may be lost forever here.
Big strike.
And as much as
In
we've
the
seen
corner, Conan.
Maybe thinking of a bulldog.
big bulldog there from
Bulldog
Frankie.
out. The Spartan not hesitating getting out of that one.
No.
Going straight to the corner there for a moment of desperation.
Frankie, as I said, Spartan's been a little bit hesitant between moves, using those gaps between moves to catch his breath, but we are not seeing any of that from Frankie Quinn. She is going offense to offense for offense and going strike to Spartan's head.
Oh, big
And then
elbow,
going for
maybe.
the 10 strikes, but Spartan catching Frankie.
Oh,
God.
that has to be it. That has to be the
What a
first fall.
elbow.
1, 2, 3.
Just
Here we
like
go.
that.
The first fall.
The first fall goes to Spartan.
With a powerbomb that deadly, no one will be kicking out of that.
And what does this do to Spartan's confidence? He has finally gotten that first fall off on
Spartan
Frankie.
going to the. What is Spartan doing
What
here?
is he doing? He's gotten the
Under the
first...
ring.
Is he?
Oh, he's got
okay,
himself
so-
Okay.
a bottle of water.
Just taking a water break.
Well, you've got your opponent down. You've just gotten the pinfall. Maybe grab yourself a quick water. Frankie calling for a water herself, but the time is ticking.
I'd like to point out I was in that ring for about 10 minutes refereeing a triple threat match. No one once offered me water earlier tonight.
Well, to be fair, Conan has not been offered water as well.
That's a good point. But both of these competitors, so much respect for each other. The match is still continuing. There's no rules about having to give your opponent 30 seconds to recover.
Yeah.
Spartan could just stay on the offense and
he
keep
should.
beating on Frankie Quinn, as he should, absolutely.
You don't like a drum. Come on. I know he used to play the drums.
Look at him taking the middle of the ring here.
Yes, Spartan is clearly making a statement here, advancing on Frankie Quinn. And that is an imposing look. Oh, that kick to the
Big
midsection.
gut kick.
There's an imposing
right.
visual is Spartan advancing on you like that.
Hey, don't talk about it. Be about it. I'm proud of Spartan at the moment.
Well, he
Frankie-
plainly gave Frankie a chance to get out of the corner, and she
Here we
chose
go.
not to do
Yes.
it.
Oh, misses.
Frankie baited
Oh, my
Spartan in with that.
goodness. All
What
right, I
a-
take it back. I'm not proud of Spartan
No,
anymore.
what a massive cannonball, and nobody in the pool. Frankie Quinn is furious with these kicks.
She's going for that left leg as well.
Oh, big dragon screw.
Beautiful
Spartan's
dragon.
modified brainbuster suplex uses that knee as well. So
It does.
You're right.
So much of Spartan's
Okay.
offense comes off his leg. He's pushing for the spear, trying to muscle his opponent up with the Tomorrow Driver number 2. Frankie Quinn, attacked that leg right at the start using the calf.
Another dragon screw.
Oh, the torque on the knee from that dragon screw.
Oh, that did not look nice
that
at all.
looked awful.
Tomorrow Driver number 2. That's the name.
That's the name.
Excellent.
What is the reference there? Tomorrow Driver.
It's a ode to his trainer there, Graham Hughes.
Ah.
Bit of respect there from Spartan.
Oh, wrenching the arm there in the
Oh,
rope.
no, tying him up in the rope.
Got him stuck in the ropes.
This is so dangerous for Spartan. Spartan cannot
What are we thinking here
defend
from Frankie
himself.
Quinn?
Right to the chest area. Another running elbow to
Yeah,
the
go
chest.
for it. Well, you got it.
Used the full of the ref's count.
Oh, and she caught the foot.
Oh my
And
God.
again on the knee.
Again, on the knee, as you said. And Spartan cannot defend
You
himself.
can already see the knee of Spartan taped up already.
Yeah.
No, he's had
You
knee
can hear
problems
him.
in the start.
You know, I'm
He's had-
screaming for Conan to get him out of the ropes.
This is desperation from Spartan.
And over he goes!
Over he goes,
Oh.
landing on that left knee.
And talking about desperation there, Frankie baited Spartan in again.
There is a thin layer of wood over concrete on this floor.
It is. This is a very hard floor. And Spartan just went from the top rope straight to the floor.
Frankie Quinn asking the ref to check him.
Just taking this
Oh, I don't
advantage.
know if that's a good idea. She should let him get counted out and take a fall. She's down one.
She is, absolutely. That's a fair point.
I get that she cares about him, but
But
care
Frankie
about the
is
title.
using this time to tie her hair up, recover, get her strength back.
Frankie not going back in the ring here. Maybe thinking doing more damage to the
Really
outside.
ready for some offense.
Keeping Spartan down and out for the count.
But Frankie Quinn clearly calling for something here. Spartan, I don't think he knows where he is.
Flipping senton to the
Here we
floor!
go! A senton. Spartan is down again, back of the head to the floor.
Maybe that was all Frankie needed to get Sam down and out for the 10 count.
Well, if you want to keep someone out of the ring and you want to keep someone on the floor, you maybe have to knock them around a little bit.
A
That
kick
was a
to the
good
left
start.
knee there also.
I just want to point something out about Frankie tying her hair up. That's not a vanity decision. That's not a looks decision. That's a getting your hair out of your face. That's purely about
business decision.
Exactly.
Yeah, Frankie Quinn is a business decision, and Frankie means business.
Putting your hair up and ready to square up.
Exactly.
But
Kick out at
again,
one.
Spartan kicking out, but look at the way
Quickly
as
clutching
soon-
that knee.
Clutching that knee, good spotting. Even kicking out is
you
hurting
see the
your knee.
crowd here starting to realize it's
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if the crowd recognizes it and Spartan recognizes it, you know sure as hell Frankie Quinn
Oh,
recognizes
she
it.
absolutely does, because this crowd are a bunch of idiots, but Frankie's going to be watching on.
Power
knows,
game
she
of
knows what's
Spartan there.
So you see that as he hit that scoop slam, falling back into the rope, not being able to balance himself on that knee.
Well, Spartan sensed danger. He sensed danger when Frankie Quinn started attacking that knee, and a desperation scoop slam just to shut down the offense. And Spartan maybe feeling himself a little bit here, setting up for the tomorrow driver.
There we go. I know what that's called now.
And not just a suplex where both of Spartan's knees hit the middle rope.
I don't know if that was intentional, but it was effective.
And those
That
ropes,
might be a fall right there.
those ropes have so much tension on them. It will do. You can rip apart your knee from hitting it like that.
Something has to be damaged in the knee of Spartan.
An absolute genius maneuver by Frankie Quinn there, countering out of the tomorrow driver number 2 into a suplex against the ropes, using the ropes as a weapon.
Here we go, wrenching at the knee.
Frankie Quinn, I don't know if she's in
breaking
desperation mode, but she's sure in aggression mode, using the ring to her advantage and wrenching on that leg. You might not be able to win the match by using the ropes to your advantage, but you sure as hell can damage your opponent.
This fan's not having it.
Yeah, they're not, maybe not too happy with Frankie's newfound aggression in this match. Again, Frankie has sensed a weakness and another disgustingly vicious
Another
dragon screw.
You can hear a fan begging, a young child begging Frankie Quinn to give Spartan's leg a rest, but it may not matter now.
Big suplex.
Again, a desperation suplex from Spartan.
I mentioned
Later.
Frankie Quinn being a fan favorite, but Spartan also being a fan favorite.
Both of these competitors are very popular with the crowds. People love them.
Yeah, and I can't figure it out either. Great wrestlers,
Phenomenal wrestlers. And
outstanding
Spartan
wrestlers.
has
As
got
people,
Oh, shoulder tackle to the left knee.
Frankie Quinn was a missile against the knee of Spartan. And I tell you what, your knee does not bend backwards. So when another human being rams into it like that,
But Frankie Quinn using her already injured left shoulder to
just
do that
standing.
shoulder tackle.
yeah, she was definitely feeling a bit of pressure from that shoulder. But now
Although
you-
she's stomping on the left knee of Spartan, she's still clutching her left arm.
Spartan's also got a slight height advantage as well. You want to chop that tree down.
Well,
Which makes
exactly.
sense.
You
Get your
wanna
opponent on the mat. That's what wrestling's all about.
you want to chop a tree down, you go for the base of it.
Oh,
Hooking that whole leg there.
And look at Spartan clutching the ropes out of desperation.
not meant to bend that way.
Referee Conan breaking it up there.
And
The
rightfully
Spartan's in the
so,
ropes.
Spartan has not been able to get himself to the feet, having to use the ring
Here we
maybe
go.
to help stand.
Hesitation again.
I don't know if this is hesitation. I think Conan's trying to tell off
The
Frankie Quinn.
hesitation costed Frankie Quinn.
And maybe the referee's distraction
back
there cost Frankie
suplex.
Quinn. Big back suplex.
That might be
there.
another fall right here.
You're going to have to be a lot tougher. Frankie Quinn's a tough competitor. It's going to have to be a lot bigger move than a back suplex to put down someone like her. But it was a desperation back suplex. As Spartan is feeling
Hobbling to the corner
he is
there.
feeling so much pain in that knee right now.
We're thinking to the top rope. Spartan.
That's a risk.
Oh! His leg caught.
What one hell of a risk, and it did not pay off.
They don't
Spartan
call-
is tangled in the ropes, and Frankie senses so much. What a target has exposed itself.
And they don't call it higher risk for nothing. This could be the moment that Spartan loses this match.
Spartan's entire body weight was pulling on that leg.
There has to be Spartan's knee done for there.
God, my knee felt weak just watching that happen.
Frankie Quinn taking a break over the corner
And
there.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Spartan is almost crying in pain on the floor now.
An already injured knee.
You can hear him gasping from here, gasping for air. The pain in his leg has got to be excruciating.
Here comes Quinn.
Frankie Quinn could quite easily roll in the ring now and get a 10 count. I don't know if
Frankie Quinn's left shoulder there starting to go a bit purple by the looks of it.
it is. The welts are appearing on both of these competitors. But Frankie, as we've said, she's a proud competitor. She's not going to take a count-out pinfall. A count-out fall, I should call it.
As you
Yes,
see
you
there,
should.
Frankie Quinn rolling just on the left side. Even a roller's struggling on their left side there.
Oh, they're both struggling.
They're both struggling. They're real danger
And we're not
here.
we're coming up to just halfway through this match.
Halfway through this match, and Spartan cannot stand on his own strength.
Oh, big drop kick!
Shotgun drop kick taking Frankie Quinn down.
Maybe thinking a cannonball again, but this time looking to hit it. He does!
Snapping Frankie
But
Quinn's...
how much did that cost
Yeah.
of his knee there?
Well,
You actually get it if it was a high angle.
normally, Spartan is
another
able to drag his opponent
One,
very quickly,
two,
but struggling.
3.
And he got it!
Spartan goes up 2.
2-0.
Spartan is up 2-0.
Coming up to the half here.
And-
2-0 to Spartan.
Absolutely.
And Spartan has got to be in desperation mode at this point. He knows his knee is a target. He knows he is in serious danger with that leg. He has got to be he needs to rack up the falls as quickly as possible to give himself breathing room for the end of this match.
Just past 28 minutes in this match.
It is. It's only going to be so much time before Spartan knees completely drops out and he can't walk anymore.
60 minutes here, coming up half. It's a game of two halves here. Frankie Quinn has to get some falls back here in the second half.
She has to, but if she can give up, maybe
water break.
give up 2 falls at the beginning of the match,
Almost calling a temporary truce here.
and if Spartan can't walk on that leg, doesn't matter how many falls he's got at the start.
Spartan tipping some water over his head, maybe to get some conscious back to
He's
him.
trying to
Yeah.
cool down a little bit. Both of these competitors, the adrenaline's flowing. They're
What's
both
he-
running extremely hot under these lights.
See Frankie this time coming out a bit more aggressive here.
was.
Realizing she can't make another full mistake.
Both
Also
tentative,
protecting
but
it
both
also.
aggression. But you see there, Frankie was clutching the shoulder. She went to try and kick the leg out of Spartan, and Spartan wrenching on that shoulder with a Fujiwara. And with Frankie Quinn's shoulder injury, Spartan has just got to sit on this Fujiwara and wrench it until she taps out or passes out.
We're a few seconds away from the halfway mark. Frankie Quinn needs to win 3 falls to win this match.
That's a good
And
point.
that's without Spartan getting another fall.
Exactly.
If she wins 1 fall, she's still losing this match.
Oh!
Spartan.
Oh, a stop!
Big stop!
He stopped.
Out of nowhere, that's
Shout
gotta
out
be it. That's
Kirby.
gotta be it. 1, 2.
Oh my God!
I believe in this. I'm actually with this audience.
I was reaching for the ring bell hammer at that point.
We all here on commentary thought that was it.
I am so shocked.
Yeah.
I thought that was a 3 count for Frankie.
2.99 kick out from Spartan.
Baiting
And
Spartan
Frankie
in.
needed that pin.
Baiting Spartan. What the is she doing now?
Oh. Oh.
Maybe going
Pump
for a
handle.
shoulder break. Pump.
Oh my
my
God!
gosh.
Pump handle power slam
That's
from
gotta be the third
Spartan.
fall.
The power from Spartan.
No!
Oh my!
We are
Frankie's kicking
past
out
the halfway
again.
mark. Beg your pardon, Frankie.
Frankie Quinn kicking out of that power slam. And Spartan is setting things up for
Maybe
a
for a
move he is
spear
very
here.
comfortable with. But again, are we going to see the pressure on the injured leg? Frankie
jumping over.
saw it coming right into a victory roll.
Kicking out just.
And Frankie
Going back
straight
to
on
that
the
left
injured
knee.
leg.
Oh, on that injured knee.
That single leg crab. And
Spartan has to tap to save himself
So
here.
much leverage there.
well, that was a point that AJ made right at the beginning of this match. Do you tap out of a submission hold, give up a fall, and prevent a serious injury?
Spartan is up here.
I think he needs to.
He needs to tap out.
Whether he will or not, I don't know if he's...
Because it's only
he
a matter
can
of time.
afford a fall here.
He can exactly. He can afford the fall, but
Yeah,
what he
but
can't afford is his knee exploding under the pressure of this single leg Boston Crab.
Spartan wanting to prove he's a fighting champion here.
Going for the ropes.
There's times when your pride
Oh,
damages
Frankie
you.
Quinn wrenching that back even more. Reapplying by sitting in deeper.
There is times when the pride works against you, and I think this is one of those times.
Spartan has to be
tap.
so close to that rope.
He
there.
is normally so proud. He
Fingertips
won't-
away. There we go.
Yeah.
Frank Spartan, desperation, able to get to the
But
rope.
how much more
Yeah,
damage
how
has done?
You're absolutely right.
The extra pressure that Frankie was acquiring to that knee, it could have damaged your MCL, your ACL. It could have ripped apart the tendons. And the knee is a fragile,
As a
fragile
man
little
recovering from an MCL injury, I know quite well.
Right, you know exactly what that feels like. And I think someone else might be joining you on the injured list if Frankie Quinn keeps up this offense.
I don't think he will be joined. I think he's already there.
It's only a matter of time, it looks like. And Frankie Quinn, laser focused on that knee.
Fireman's lift into a
Usually he gets a bit
sit
more
out
lift on
Death
that.
Valley
But
driver.
But maybe Frankie Quinn is laser focused on that knee to her detriment.
Capitalised, but now the cover.
I don't know if Spartan maybe exposed his knee as a trap there for Frankie in order to hit that Michinoku driver.
Spartan on that Michinoku driver usually gets a bit more power on that. That knee costing him a lot of power through that move.
He does, but even if it's not a powerful slam, there's only so many times you can get slammed before it's
Drop toe hold into the corner reversal from Frankie Quinn. Another double knee.
Double knees.
Following up with the double knees. Double knees again. 2 shots at the double knees, right to the chest of Spartan.
See, exhaustion's becoming a factor.
Using the adrenaline of the crowd here.
Frankie Quinn is firing up, and again with the
Another
knees.
big double knee.
3 shots in a row. And you can hear Spartan gasping for air.
Frankie going back to that knee once again.
There's Spartan clutching onto the ropes out of desperation. Because whatever Frankie's got planned for this knee, it can't be good.
34 minutes has passed here.
Saw Frankie trying to implement this earlier. I think this is maybe a submission hold she was
Oh! Cutting off.
Cover.
Yeah.
Big elbow drop.
No.
Big elbow drop from a big man there, taking down Frankie. But
Okay.
again, the toughness of Frankie, she's not giving up.
I'm going to question that strategy. Frankie had Spartan down. She was trying to get him up to do something else. It just allowed Spartan to get to his feet and get the
Right.
advantage.
But we saw earlier,
Keep him down.
Spartan was using his knee as bait in order to bait Frankie into a power move that he can hit. Maybe Frankie's switching up the offense here to confuse Spartan.
Maybe Frankie's trying to go for that sliced bread, trying to pick him back up. Didn't
Maybe
work.
Frankie's about to get thrown in the corner by Spartan.
And
We
Spartan,
just saw Spartan on that second full win by their cannonball. I wonder if he will try hit it again.
Spartan is struggling to stay on his offense here. Really
waste
struggling
time
with that
with
knee.
You're right, AJ. Focusing on these fans and the referee here, not focusing on his opponent.
But the frustration that
Fans
both
are
of these
idiots.
competitors must be feeling. They know they've got Spartan knows he's got 25 minutes to survive this match with an injured knee.
He just has to run down the clock here as he's 2-0 up here.
He does, but hearing the referee badger him in the side of his ear has got to be so frustrating for him, and you can't blame the man for wanting to argue a little bit.
First ever New Zealand Ironman match here.
He does. Normally you'd see an Ironman match go to 30 minutes or go for 15 minutes. We're now over 35 minutes into this match with 2 falls to Spartan, 0 falls to Frankie. Almost 3 falls there.
Yeah, off that sickening knee drop that crushed the face of Frankie Quinn.
That was one hell of a knee drop. Spartan's a big guy. That's 80 or 90 kilograms of muscle landing straight on your jaw.
What's he thinking here? Climbing to the top with his injured knee, questioning the strategy.
Yeah,
here.
this did not work well the first time. Why is Spartan doing this again?
Oh,
my
knee
God.
caught.
And again, Spartan, you've got to rethink this strategy, mate. It did not work last time. It's not working now. And Frankie Quinn is on the offense. Oh my God, the tree of woe. Again, the body weight of Spartan is wrenching on the knee, and that thud was the back of Spartan's head on the mat.
Oh no, Frankie. Wrenching.
This move itself isn't going to allow her to win, but it's going to do a whole lot of damage for Spartan on the way to Frankie Quinn maybe getting her first fall.
Frankie Quinn striking while wrenching that knee back.
If she can deal so much offense to Spartan's leg that he can't even stand, then it's only a matter of time.
Going for the sliced bread.
Sliced bread.
Sliced bread going for the big finish. Spartan saw it coming.
Spear! There has to be a third fall.
What an explosive spear right out the corner.
That's 3 falls to Spartan now.
That could be insurmountable.
3 falls to Spartan to 0.
Frankie needs to get some falls here.
She has got to be. We're over halfway into the match. Spartan is 3 falls up. He is solidly, well, I wouldn't say he's solidly in control of this match because Frankie's been struggling.
3 falls up. He's got to be feeling a little bit of confidence, even though he's in a lot of pain right now.
But he knows that with 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go, it is only a matter of time before his knee completely gives out. So if he can get early falls in, if he can get these falls in really quickly,
To win this match,
it gives him some breathing room.
Frankie Quinn needs to get, at this stage, at the very least...
Oh!
What is Frankie doing? What the hell is this? Frankie, don't do it!
You're going to lose a fall here, Frankie.
Frankie, you're already down 3 falls. Do not get another one. Spartan doesn't know what he's in. Oh!
That is a disqualification.
It's got to be. The ref's got to call
That's
it.
a DQ.
But that has got to be the...
Frankie showing a bit of aggressive
the
side here.
referee. This is
Realizing your championship is at stake. 3 falls down.
3 falls down. Conan desperately trying to get that chair off Frankie Quinn.
But Spartan must be seeing stars over there.
I think he might be seeing red, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think the Spartan's been cut open.
Oh, wait. He has. You're right.
By disqualification, that is a 4th fall to Spartan.
As you see, Frankie's smiling at that, though.
But then you knock your opponent unconscious with a steel chair shot, and it doesn't matter if you gave up a fall. You just go for pinfall after pinfall now.
Yeah, now she needs to press the advantage.
Spartan doesn't even know where he is, rolling straight out of the ring. But Frankie, don't spend
Questioning the
time...
tactics of Frankie here.
Well, you do
Well,
got to
referee
question.
needs to start counting.
You've just you've knocked out Spartan with a chair shot.
Here we
Take
go. You're right,
advantage of
AJ.
it.
The ref's starting to count
Yes,
now.
thank you.
Well, we saw at the beginning of the match that Frankie was a little bit too proud to take a count-out victory. Maybe that pride has fallen away here as she's getting into desperation mode.
She's realizing her championship is at stake with 21 minutes to go. Down 4-0 now.
It does, and if she can give up a fall, knock out Spartan, even with the 10 count, then Frankie is back in this fight. We're at the count of 7. Spartan
8 here.
struggling
Spartan
on the
could
outside of the ring.
afford to lose this
We're at
forward.
9.
Oh, you're right. Spartan has been caught up there.
Oh,
Lacerated. Telling you.
yeah, I don't know if you saw that
Now,
chair,
Frank-
but that had sharp metal edges.
Yeah, and now Frankie needs to kick the crap out of his head and pin him and pin him and pin him again.
And that's maybe what Frankie's strategy, desperation strategy here is.
Coming charging. Big strike.
Big
I'm
strike.
here for it, as the
Spartan
kids
does
say.
Oh,
not
here we
look,
go. Sliced bread, surely.
Spartan does not look like he knows where he is.
Sliced bread.
Big slice bread
I think
from
you're right,
Frankie
AJ.
Quinn.
Here comes Frank.
1, 2, there
3.
we go.
You need
Frankie's on
cover,
the board.
covering all parts of Spartan's body there.
Frankie Quinn scores a fall. It is 4-1 to Spartan.
With just over 20 minutes to go, she's got to press the advantage. Now's not the time.
And Frankie is now in control of this match. Spartan, I don't know if he knows where he is. He's barely conscious, but maybe this was the strategy of Spartan. Rack up those falls as quickly as possible,
Get in there, Frankie.
and it gives them some breathing room for the end of the match.
I think Frankie knows that, waiting for Spartan to get into the corner there. Got to charge at him.
As you said, even though she just got a fall, Frankie still needs to beat Spartan 3 more times. And that is not an easy feat.
I mean, charging at Spartan.
That was
Big
so
strike
slow
up.
of Spartan getting to his feet. He does not know where he is.
Trying to whip Spartan across the ring. Spartan reverses.
A little bit of fire left back in Spartan. There's some fight left in Spartan, but it's sapping quickly.
Got to press the advantage, Frankie.
And Frankie is doing her best to do that, using her speed to her advantage.
Oops.
Oh my God, what a Hurricanrana! We have not seen Frankie pull that movement out in a fair while, that corner Hurricanrana.
Frankie, you got to go for it.
She's firing up. Frankie looking like she's going to go top rope, or at least go middle rope.
Let's see.
She's clearly thinking something. This
I wonder what Frankie's thinking
This
here.
hasn't worked well for Spartan so far. Maybe it'll work well for Frankie. We'll see. But Spartan,
Thinking some aerial offense here from Frankie. Cross body.
beautiful crossbody from
One.
Frankie.
Two. Just a kick out.
Well, calling it a kick out is pretty generous. That was almost just rolling out of the pin.
Speaking of roll, is Frankie looking to roll through here?
She's looking for that calf crusher that we saw earlier.
Big gut wrench.
And
Power
again with the
bomb.
power bomb from
That's
One,
it. 5 falls.
Two.
No,
No.
no.
Frankie Quinn kicking out of that power bomb. Oh, but surely Spartan's going to get another fall here. Looking for that cannonball once again.
No.
Move.
Oh my God, again, she moved out of the way.
Spartan was able to get his other arm down, though, to prevent his head from caving into the canvas.
It looks
so
like
that's a small mercy.
It looks like both of these competitors have learned from earlier.
Canadian Destroyer.
No way.
North Shore Destroyer.
1, 2. There
Wow, another fall for Frankie Quinn.
Second fall for Frankie Quinn. We are 4-2 to Spartan.
I've just realised something, guys. Frankie only needs 2 more falls. If it's a draw, she retains.
You're
That's a
right.
good point.
Excellent
we've
point
been-
there.
That's a fair point. We've been saying so much that she needs to win this match, but she doesn't.
No,
she just
maybe
needs to
Spartan
draw
needs
it.
to win. She
Maybe
needs to
Frankie
draw.
realizes that with that chair, you know,
that's the
bearing
championship
down Spartan
advantage.
to a point where she can grab as much falls as she wants.
Yeah, if she can get in the next 17 minutes, get 2 falls and just stay away from Spartan, she could just retain by draw.
And that's the big champion's advantage. You don't have to win the match, you just have to not lose it.
I don't think that would be popular with the fans, but it's smart, it could work.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it was a popular decision. At the end of the day, it just says it's a retention of your title.
Put yourself in the history books as the first ever winner of the first ever New Zealand 60-man Ironman match for the Hughes Academy
I
Championship.
mean, that's a great point there. You're not just putting yourself in the history books as a potential new champion or a potential retention of your championship. You're also the winner of the first ever 60-minute.
Speaking of history, the look in Spartan's eyes makes me think he might be history right about now.
Oh, I think he is. I think he's looking at history through these.
Frankie just
Certainly regretting
ready.
his life
Frankie's
choices.
just waiting.
Oh, Japanese arm drag there by Frankie Quinn. Catching Spartan,
And a
using his
second.
momentum against him again. Twice with that arm drag.
Big
Oh,
DDT.
what a beautiful DDT there from Frankie.
Dropped him on his head.
Dropped him on his bleeding and potentially concussed head after
Ooh, I
that
didn't think about that. That makes it even
brutal
better.
chair shot.
As soon as his head hit the ground, you got to think all that blood keep pouring out of his head there.
Wow, that's an excellent point there. It's just going to lacerate, open that cut up even worse.
Drop him on his head again.
And you think, how many weaknesses can one man have?
We're
Spartan's
thinking
got an
another
injured
Boston
knee.
crab here from Frankie.
Well, how many weaknesses can he have? He's got an injured knee. He's got potentially an injured head at this point. He is bleeding. Oh my God!
Look at that talk.
Ego. He's got that stupid hair that hangs in his face.
the hair's
He's
It's
got
very
those
beautiful
ugly
hair.
tattoos.
Frankie is wrenching on this Boston crab.
I just thought we were listing Spartan's weaknesses.
He's a beautiful
Right now, that
man.
knee is a weakness.
That knee is a massive weakness, and Frankie Quinn is exploiting it.
Maybe he's got
Spartan.
some blood getting in his eyes. You can't really see where he is at the moment.
Well, it does. I mean, I don't know if you've ever bled in a wrestling ring, but I have. And the sight and the taste and the smell of your own blood does something to you. Suddenly, all of your plans go out of your head.
Literally and
It's
figuratively.
Literally
Oh,
and
look at the
figuratively,
talk
and
of
it just
Frankie.
goes blank.
I've been in the ring with you bleeding. It's not fun.
It's not pleasant. And it does. It gets in your eyes, and if you can't see your opponent, it makes it really hard to fight them.
Whoa! Like DDT!
Tilt-a-whirl DDT.
But Spartan
A
rolls
bad
out.
break for Quinn.
That is horrible luck for
She could
Quinn.
go for the count out, but she wanted the pin after that.
Look at the ring IQ of Spartan there, realizing he was in danger,
Wow.
rolling out of the ring.
Was that ring IQ? Was that desperation? Was that automation? Or was that just the momentum of Frankie Quinn's vicious DDT, just rolling Spartan out of the ring
I think it
himself?
was momentum. I don't think Spartan knows where he is to escape.
He's got no idea if he's in a ring, out of a ring, or wearing a ring.
Frankie looking back at the clock, realizing she has to do something.
She's got 14 minutes,
Hoping
but if
for
she
that
can take a
count.
count-out victory, she was too proud to do this earlier in the night.
3 count away.
Don't think
Here we
she's
go,
too
8
proud
count.
to do it now.
One
The
more
count
here.
at 9.
Oh,
He's in.
Spartan just beating the count.
Again, reaching for the ring hammer.
And Frankie Quinn looks devastated as she now rolls outside. That's another
Excellent
good
point there from Frankie with a 20 count.
That's a fair point. Yeah, the Hughes Academy Championship
Yeah.
rules does go to a 20 count on the outside of the ring. Forgot that.
These are all good points that we're coming up with here.
I'm not sure why Frankie reminded the referee of that. She could take a pinfall.
I mean, I guess she wants a break. But I don't think that...
Oh my God.
I wish she could just break Spartan's skin.
She took a little bit of a break there herself, but exposing Spartan's chest.
It's a wide target. He's a barrel-chested beast of a man.
He is a
He
very-
stags out into the audience.
Very big, strong man, and Spartan's looking for some room now. Frankie Quinn not giving Spartan any opportunity.
Just
that
stay
was,
away from our broadcast
was
location.
Yeah,
just
stay away from the broadcast.
yeah,
They're getting a little too close to us.
that was a disgusting right hand from Frankie Quinn to the jaw of Spartan. And Spartan is just trying to get away from Frankie. He's in
Look at
survival
them
mode.
both limping there. Surprised that one of them is, both of them are walking here.
Come on, people. People are eating off of that table.
No, not anymore.
Well,
Frankie is using full advantage of the extended Hughes Academy rules on an outside ring count.
As Frankie mentioned, that 20 count.
oh, right there. I don't
Yeah,
care what
maybe-
anyone says, the ring post is the hardest part of the
It
ring.
is the hardest part of the ring
Absolutely.
and the heaviest part. And maybe Frankie Quinn, we thought it was silly her mentioning the extended count, but maybe the reason is so she could do this. So she could do this to Spartan on
Count
the
starts
outside.
again.
Breaking the referee's count, and Frankie is back in control.
There's also
Stomping on the head of,
Yeah, stomping. I can't see what it is, but it's probably the head of Spartan.
stomping on Spartan regardless of what body part it is.
I mean, stomping on anything's going to hurt on this hard floor.
Yep. And
Spartan
now,
back in the ring.
Go for the cover. Get in there, Conan.
Big kick out from
I
Spartan.
don't know if I'd call that a big kick out. That was a very weak kick out there.
Big in terms of the falls here. It was a kick out that was needed for Spartan.
It was
Nice
very
save,
well
Frankie.
needed. Remember, he's still ahead by 2 falls.
I like that.
After that chair shot, I don't think he remembers how many falls he's up.
Well, he probably doesn't.
Quinn back up to the middle rope.
We've seen Frankie pull out some big moves here today. What is she thinking? Maybe
Spartan.
another crossbody.
Spartan completely unaware of where Frankie Quinn is.
Oh, he's clearly dazed.
Quinn.
Another crossbody. Caught though.
Maybe he wasn't as dazed as he was letting on.
Oh, another
Oh my
powerbomb
God.
maybe. Oh!
with the
There
powerbomb.
has to be a count there.
That is... No.
Again, Frankie kicking out.
The powerbomb maybe
They're
hasn't been
rolling
working
through.
well for Spartan so far, but he keeps going back to it, and it is a powerful move. Again with the cock. With such a dangerous cannonball.
Will it work
Snapping
here?
Frankie's neck back.
Kicking out by Frankie
And what
Quinn.
a last
We are-
minute kick out there from Frankie Quinn.
We're getting dangerously close to the 10-minute mark left in this match.
Weird doubt. And
4-2 here. Frankie, 10 minutes to go.
10-minute mark is displayed very prominently on the stage. Both of these competitors can see it. And the amount of pressure and desperation they have to be feeling watching that time sink away.
As AJ mentioned before, all Frankie needs is 2 falls here.
Well, in 10 minutes, she's got to start feeling desperation. No matter how many falls you need,
Absolutely.
you just need time's going to be a factor.
Yeah, I'm not
Starting
going to
coming
match. I'm
full
feeling the
force here.
anxiety. And
Oh, into the
Spearing
post.
right into the ring post. The power
can she
of
take advantage?
it doesn't look like Frankie clutching
We are-
the back of her head,
we are
clutching her
inside-
ribs.
We are inside 10 minutes.
We're inside the last six of
It's
the match.
looking
here.
like the
last
damage.
inning.
Looking like the damage that both of these competitors have done to each other is really starting to add up. Frankie Quinn, desperation counter of that spear, is struggling to even move, let alone get to her feet.
Spartan's just doubled over on the rope. They're finally coming off of it.
As just said, the ring post is the hardest and heaviest part of the ring. It's got those little buckles right in the middle where Spartan hit. If that didn't dislocate his shoulder, I'm very shocked. We can add a dislocated shoulder onto his dislocated knee and his injured head.
It's injured. Spartan injured everything from
Yeah, I don't know if there's a part of Spartan that's still working. And we've seen
a
Frankie
new
go to
move
this.
here, maybe.
Again, going for another pump handle, power down.
Frankie escapes.
Oh, back to the knee, chopping away.
Nice and simple there with a chop block to the back of the knee. As I said, doesn't matter how big and strong you are. If you can't walk, you can't win.
Especially in a foot race, but doubly in a wrestling match.
Wouldn't even call that a kick out, just call it a rollout there from
It
Spartan.
does, and Spartan's kickouts are getting weaker and weaker as this match progresses. The more the damage that these two competitors are doing to each other adds up.
Well, what do we think
Again,
here from-
Spartan. Oh my
That has to be a full
God!
right
I've never
there.
seen something like that
League
before.
like DDT.
What the hell was that?
Wow.
That was a win, is what that was.
Fall to Frankie. We are now 4-3 to Spartan.
After that chair shot, gotta
And
what is Spartan thinking here?
We said before, Frankie needs to start racking up the falls. 4-3 now.
That
8
is fast.
minutes just to get one more for a draw here.
8 minutes to go, but Spartan is clutching at his leg. His head has got to be killing him. His shoulder's got to be killing him.
And in wrestling, people have gotten pins in less than 8 minutes. It's possible, especially when you've been beating the crap out of each other for close to an hour.
It is, but not only do you have to do damage to your opponent, but you have to survive and actually pin the opponent. And we've seen so many times lately in the back half of this match, both of these competitors do game-winning moves and not being able to capitalize.
Quinn needs to get back in there.
As we see Frank Quinn earlier pulling out moves like a stomp and that leg variation DDT. Pulling out all the arsenal.
We're maybe forgetting some of the earlier damage done to Spartan's head with that stomp.
Striking off against the injured leg of Spartan.
But you look at, normally people do those strike wars, forearms to forearms.
Throwing Spartan to the outside.
And again, Frankie, what we've said before,
She's gotta
using
get
leverage,
back
using leverage in her size to throw Spartan out of the ring.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
the
try
dam-
for a count out here. It's too late in the match.
We said
Right.
before with the extended 20 count, maybe getting it to count out victory is a little bit harder than we expected.
Only limited chances to get a count out here now.
And if you don't get the count out, you've wasted a possibility of 19 seconds.
Exactly,
Right,
yeah.
absolutely.
While allowing your opponent time to recover. Frankie Quinn is at another level of viciousness in this match.
Frankie trying to get the crowd behind her, maybe for a bit of more momentum on her side.
Frankie Quinn slamming Spartan's head into that side of the ring, clearly lining up for something, maybe another one of these cannonballs. Another big set. Oh!
He's not thinking of powerbomb,
Spartan
is he?
caught
The
that.
apron.
Oh my God, an apron powerbomb.
God, I got to believe that's a new champion.
The corner of the ring driven across your spine
Wow.
is crippling.
How do you come back from that?
I don't know if you can. Both in a match and just in life, that could cripple you.
Speaking of cripple, you see Spartan there struggling to pick up Frankie.
He's so slow as Spartan, and his knee he's hobbling so slowly on that knee. The man has got to be exhausted. Every inch of his body is hurting.
And he's got to roll.
But he knows Frankie has closed up the gap to 1-4. He has to try to get another here.
Oh, and
Still in it.
Only just.
Spartan's still winning this match, but he's got to be feeling so much desperation as those pins get closer and closer to his score.
Just over 5 minutes to go here.
Both of these competitors so tired and so much pain, but so much explosiveness left in them.
Oh!
And Frankie going for an octopus stretch.
Wow, this is an impressive maneuver from Frankie.
This late in a match, pulling out an octopus stretch is
Putting
devastating.
pressure on the injured shoulder and the knee
It
and
does.
the head.
It puts pressure on your abdominals, your shoulder, your neck, your head, your trapezoid. Every inch of your body is screaming in this maneuver.
And now, sorry, carry on, please.
No, this late into a match when your body is already damaged. It's game winning.
Oh, but dropping himself on the injured knee.
That's a good point.
There you see, straight to Straight to the knee.
That has to be desperation from Spartan to get out of that maneuver by using his injured knee as a weapon.
And even this late in the game, Quinn still has the wherewithal to roll to her side, keep her shoulders off the mat.
That's an excellent point there. She knew she was potentially in danger.
Go for the knee.
As you see Spartan trying to block off that knee, knowing that the win could be counted.
And that's the risk of this move. She went straight for the knee and was Spartan baiting her with the injured knee because he went straight for the shoulder. The shoulder that we know that Frankie is injured.
What's he thinking? Yeah.
Spartan is barely able to walk.
He's up a full here. He doesn't really need to apply so much pressure.
Well, that's the thing, but it's 4 minutes to go. He just needs to survive. But Spartan is a proud competitor. I don't think his pride is going to allow him to just run around outside of the ring and avoid Frankie.
He knows how crafty Frankie can be with these pinfalls.
Oh, and a Michinoku driver. But Spartan unable to capitalize quickly, having to take a breath. How much damage did that Michinoku driver do? Oh, my senton!
Senton, that's it. One,
That's it.
two. No!
How is Frankie kicking out?
It is. Spartan is a big man. If you get senton by a man that size, God, it hurts.
What do we? Spartan going to the
From
top?
experience, it hurts.
To the middle.
Oh,
Frog splash!
A frog
But he
splash,
landed
but
on the knee
the knee.
there.
He landed
Franco.
so hard on that knee.
Not using all of his body to cover there.
Spartan was slow on that cover. His knee is killing him.
Don't listen to these fans, Spartan. They don't know what your knee feels like. One more.
No, do not go for another frog splash.
Stay off the ropes.
That had to do so much damage to his kneecap.
But you know, Spartan's a people pleaser. He loves listening to the crowd there and what they have to
He's
say.
a big fan of doing what the crowd tells him, but
We are
this is
inside
not
3
the
minutes.
time.
Here we go. Maybe he is thinking for
and
another
he's got
one.
the advantage. Don't screw it up.
We've seen Spartan twice go
Spartan.
top rope.
Going to the top
and
with his knee injured, trying to please the fans here, but this could cost him here.
I mean, twice Spartan's gone top rope and it hasn't worked for him. He's taking a huge risk going for this again.
Gotta think, how's his balance with the injured knee up on the top
That's
rope?
an excellent point. You have to put a lot of pressure on your knee balancing on the ropes.
Oh,
for a
the
senton.
swanton.
Frankie rolling out of the way.
Sending shivers all down his body.
Oh, that's got to do so much damage to you. At this late in the match, that was devastating.
No.
2 more
can't
minutes
tie it
here.
up.
Has to get a full Frankie
Just
does.
kicking out as Spartan. With 2 minutes left in this match, that was such a risky maneuver, but Spartan still surviving. Frankie looking for
Reversal.
something, but the power of Spartan taking advantage.
Line.
We think another DDT, satellite DDT.
DDT.
And Spartan saw it coming. You could hear him scream no.
Frankie rushing over for a cover.
Knew
1,
what was happening.
2, 3. Oh,
Again
what?
at 2.
You are kidding me.
Everyone here in the building thought that was a 3.
Crowd is almost on their feet going
That
for this.
leverage. Variation DDT again.
No.
Palm Panda once again.
Senses the
Lift-
danger.
Oh
Oh my god! Almost like an Emerald Fusion.
Just over 1.5 minutes left.
Spartan has put Frankie down, setting it up for his big move here with a spear. I don't know if Frankie knows where she is after that Emerald Fusion. But
roll
Frankie
through.
saw it. Clearly she did know what was coming. Rolling straight through with the
He
crab
just has to hang
crusher.
on for just over a minute and he's won the title.
I don't think his knee can handle another
can
minute
his-
though.
can his knee handle it?
Frankie Quinn putting down the foot there on the pressure.
And as we've seen with Tony Kazina earlier in the night,
Hang in there.
if you pass out, you still lose a fall.
And then he
Great
can get
points
pinned
there.
and lose another one. We are less than a minute away.
Oh, he's thinking about tapping. He's thinking about tapping.
He is dead, and I can't say I blame the man. Like AJ said earlier, maybe tap and retain yourself, retain your career. Is the Hughes Academy Championship
taps,
worth a
he loses.
lifelong in a wheelchair? And I think for Spartan today,
30 seconds to go here.
Spartan has got to be asking that
So
question.
yeah, hang in there, Spartan.
Is a life in a wheelchair worth this championship opportunity, Spartan?
About 25 seconds here to go.
It doesn't take much pressure to wrench your knee out of position, and Spartan clearly considering tapping out.
Oh, here we go here. About 15 odd seconds to go.
The time is ticking down. Spartan is screaming in pain.
If you tap, you won't win the title, Spartan. Will he
Has to
tap?
hang on. Hang on, Spartan.
He didn't tap.
Your winner of the match, with a score of 4-3, and new Hughes Academy champion,
Did it.
Spartan!
Wow. But at what cost?
Yeah, he's won the title. Is he going to be able to defend the title? This is a hell of a match.
Frankie realizing she maybe not did enough there. A distraught Frankie hobbling over.
My God, the toughness of Spartan having to resist that calf crusher and the amount of pressure on his leg. The man can barely stand, but he's standing tall, if you can call that standing, with the Hughes Academy Championship. A year-long journey to get to this point after losing the Hughes Academy men's title. And Spartan is again at the top of the Hughes Academy mountain. But Spartan, the pain he has got to be feeling in his leg right now, he can't even hold the title up. He has got to use the big ropes to keep himself up.
Taking off his boot to alleviate the pressure.
And look at the distraught Frankie Quinn right now. She knows
History
she's just lost the
makers
title. She was so close to defending her title. Maybe if she'd just gotten the submission hold on a little bit earlier.
I take absolutely nothing away from either of these two. Personally, don't like them, can't stand them. Professionally, show me a better match than that.
I mean, this match could have gone either way at several points tonight. Frankie Quinn had Spartan beat several times, but tonight, Frankie Quinn's on the losing end and Spartan is holding the Hughes Academy champion. Our second ever Hughes Academy champion and the winner of the first ever New Zealand 60-minute Ironman match.
What a reign Frankie had.
What a reign. She has been monsters, she has been athletes, she has been heroes, and she's beaten villains. But tonight, Spartan is the one to dethrone her.
Spartan becomes the first man to ever hold any version of the Hughes Academy Championship and the IPW Championship at the same time. That's a hell of an achievement too, I'll have to give it to him.
Point. That is two major companies in New Zealand, and Spartan is holding both of their top titles. The man is on top of the world. Spartan, I think, is at another level right now. He is unbeatable.
Frankie Quinn coming back out here.
Frankie Quinn coming out with the...
Is that the IPW
It's the IPW Heavyweight Championship. What we just talked about. Is this a show of respect from Frankie Quinn?
Ah,
What a
love
show
to
of
see it.
respect.
I know you won't love to see it, AJ, but here, all the people at the new Lynn RSA love to see it.
Frankie Quinn fought her heart out in this match and in every defense, but tonight, unfortunately, she's on the losing end. And what a show of respect Frankie is showing to Spartan there. And tonight, the Hughes Academy, and IPW champion, the first man to hold both belts is Spartan.
Hell of an effort, hell of a match.
Hell of a match
And
there
a
from these
well-deserved victory from Spartan.
two. I know we're not the full way through the year, but I think that's a match of the year contender right there.
Oh my
It's up
God,
there.
it's got to be up there, yeah. It's
Wonder how
certainly in the
long,
discussion.
Wonder how long this contendership line is and where I stand in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing we're going to be decided because we're in action next on June 9th at QMU Community Centre with the annual Hughes Academy Battle Royal where Spartan's challenger will be decided.
Absolutely. Hughes Academy Rumble.
So if
I
you
may have
want-
to win it sometime.
If you want your shot at Spartan, there's your opportunity. It's coming. But now we know who the champion is.
But how much damage has been done to that knee for the next challenger?
Right.
They could easily swipe up that title with all this damage done.
Exactly. The man's got 2 championships, but if you've only got 1 leg, you're not going to hold them for long. But Spartan tonight doesn't have to worry about injuries. It's time for him to celebrate.
Yes, the unwashed children of New Lynn.
Oh, wow. What did the children do to you,
Spartan
AJ?
is a man of the people. A man of the people,
viciously.
and he's showing off. He's earns this victory. He's earned this celebration.
Yeah, he's great. He's a role model. He's a champion.
Not just a champion, history maker. First ever 60-man Ironman match.
not to take away from Frankie Quinn.
Definitely
You can
not.
you can take the title off her, but you can never take away the fact that she was the first Hughes Academy champion.
Pulled out moves like a stomp and a new league variation DDT.
I've never seen a DDT like that. I've never seen things like that before.